He's
7
hoes.
7 shots.
7 shots.
Yeah.
He's 7. Okay, because you know you gotta be specific when you're talking about Tiger Woods and hoes and stuff like that.
Yeah, hoes with an L.
Because you know he loved them hoes. Tiger loved them hoes, man. And I heard he went celibate for it. I heard he went celibate to get this lead, to get to this level that he in right now. I heard it. You know what I'm saying? He said he told everybody that he giving up giving up that pussy, giving up that pussy for the golf. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. That's a good question. Do you think that really does help when you you know what I'm saying, semen
retention?
Yeah, semen retention. You think that really do help to get to perform at a higher level?
First off, pause.
Hey, we grown, man. And it's the athletes out there, man. We want them to get to the next level. And you know, you got boxers out there like Mike Tyson. He ain't paused. He is really I gotta stop fucking to knock niggas out. But I think Mike Tyson didn't. He said he was still fucking and sniffing coke.
Yeah, now I understand that. I don't know if it does help. Salute to those guys. Obviously, that ain't my strong suit.
Come on, your voice will come out even more stronger. You sing even more better.
I don't think we'll never find out.
Hell no, man. I feel like you be a little bit more focused when you got a built up, you know what I'm saying?
The irony of talking about semen retention on my daughter's birthday, obviously, I
know he have. Yeah, me too.
I ain't retained it, obviously.
Me too. Cause my daughter's birthday was yesterday. Yeah,
shout out to the girls. Shout out to my Talia turning 8 today.
Yeah, shout out to my Dion turning 5 yesterday, man.
Oh man.
Oh boy.
I tell you what, man. I guess we'll start off on this. I remember the night that she was born was like one of the dopest nights in NBA history. I don't know if you remember. No, some real shit. It was the night that Golden State won 73 games.
Hey,
it was the same night that Kobe retired when he hit 60.
But you are absolutely right. Cause not for me, but it's during that time. It's the TV where it's the end of the year for the NBA.
Yeah.
And, I was in that same room, basically the closeout games for us to get in the playoffs against Golden State, and we had to play against Golden State. That's when Golden State was jumping in 2019.
Mm-hmm.
They was still.
Oh no, it's 2016.
No, I'm talking about me.
Okay,
yeah, for you. I know you.
Oh yeah.
We both was in that same type of time during this time having.
Yeah, because you was worried about KD injury.
Yeah. So that was epic.
Yeah, man. Like I said, just remembering, like, cause, like I said, they told her she was gonna be we would have a daughter, but it still was outside hope that she could have been a son.
Yeah, I had that too.
And so I just remember, like, I'm in the hospital bed, like, thanking God that it was a girl, because if it was a boy, I swear, man, I had this shit laid out. I was gonna name, if Talia was a boy, I was gonna name him Kobe dropped 60 Morton. I was so hyped, dog. I was like, this nigga Kobe just dropped what? Oh my God, I wish she was a boy right now, just so I could name her goddamn out of my right hand to God. I'd have tried it. I don't know if I'd have pulled it off.
I'm with you.
But I would have tried. Kobe dropped 60 Morton. Now imagine you name your child Kobe and then they go on to goddamn be a chef or don't have shit to do with athletics.
It don't
you know
matter
what I'm saying?
when you got the name after Kobe, you can anything you doing great in life, it is what it is. That's Kobe Bean. I feel like every kid, it's gonna be a lot of kids come up. You know, like the Jalens.
Oh
yeah, all the Jalens and everything. Yeah. I feel like it's gonna be a whole bunch of Kobe.
Yeah, it's a lot of Jalens.
Gonna be a whole bunch of Kobe because I would have named my son Kobe too after watching that game. And I would have named my daughter Kobe if Kobe would have, you know what I'm saying, would have went off during that time too. Because you know I named my daughter Dion.
Oh no, yeah, I just put it together. Yeah, that makes sense.
So you already know. Shout out to all my NFL fans out there and stuff like that. But I was named after Dion, and I wanted a boy.
Oh, word.
And I said, I already had the name picked out. I'm going to name after me. And that didn't work out so well because she came out a girl. But at the end of the day.
But Dion a unisexual name.
No, it's a unisexual name. It was going to be Dion. My girl's going to be Dion regardless because shout out to Stacey Dash.
Okay.
Clueless.
Oh yeah,
I was in love, and her name in that show was Dion. So I was in love with her for having the name Dion, and my real name is Dion Trey.
Okay.
So you know what I'm saying. So the clash. I was like, I would love to meet a girl named Dion or make my daughter named Dion.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. But I still say I named her after Deion Sanders. Shout out to my boy Deion.
That makes
sense. So we all named her Deion Sanders, man. That was my era. That was my athlete. my dad and them.
Speaking of eras, something else crazy. Well, not crazy, but something else in the world of sports happened today. Not today, but over the week. The passing of O.J. Juice Simpson. I'm sorry, I'm half asleep. So yeah, I was thinking about Kobe still. Yeah, O.J. passed, man.
Sad, man. Very, very sad because we all are a fan of O.J., man. You even if you ain't a fan of O.J., you a fan of O.J. You know what I'm saying? And,
elaborate. Break that.
Because you got some people out there just you got some people out there that hate OJ guts. OJ did it. There's a lot of Caucasians right now that are celebrating out there. But at the end of the day, they was big fans of OJ at a point of period of his time in the NFL, and everybody wanted to meet OJ. OJ was one of those first athletes where he was in superstar status before he got into the superstar status that we are knowing him for. Mostly the younger kids and everybody, the younger generations know OJ for is because of that, you know what I'm saying, incident. But that happened towards the end of his career. He wasn't playing when he did.
Oh yeah, you young, so you don't really know the whole
backstory.
Hey, G, if you don't mind, man, I definitely could use your insight by you being the OG of the building. Elaborate, please, if you don't mind, for those who might not have known the full capacity of OJ's impact, not only in sports but just in popular culture and
life in general.
I mean, because we talking 50 years ago since he had a 2,000-yard season.
But you see all the commercials that this man didn't even they going back to all the old commercials that started to pop up.
OJ was definitely the first spokesman. Real spokesman for Hertz rental car. If you were my age, you remember seeing this nigga. Sorry, you remember seeing this dude.
Oh no, you can call him nigga. He was going hard on Cam and May.
No, he stopped being a nigga right after that. That's what I'm saying.
But he went back. He was a nigga on Cam and May show a couple months ago.
I did see that.
The last nigga out of him. Right?
But
they revived him.
You see OJ running through. That was my first introduction to OJ because I didn't watch football back then. You see OJ running through the airport, jumping luggage. And to me, that's who OJ was. I didn't even know OJ was football until later on down the line. So my first introduction to OJ was the commercial. Now, mind you, like you said, that was damn near 50 years ago when he had that 2,000 yards. I'm 52, so, I didn't really watch OJ run live. I'm not going to lie. I was a fan. I'm not gonna say I was, because up until yesterday, the day before yesterday, I still was a fan. Naked Gun movies.
Oh yeah, that was my intro to
Naked Gun movies.
Nordberg.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
That's the old Western movies.
No, it was a parody movie that a guy named Leslie Nielsen. Yeah, Leslie Nielsen. He played a detective named Frank Drebin, and OJ was his partner. I can't remember his first name, but it was Nordberg. And so OJ would just be getting fucked up the whole movie, he would keep falling off of shit, or he was just the comedic sidekick, but he was funny as shit.
So it wasn't until after, Naked Gun movies that I really started to look back on OJ's career. Okay. I didn't know. Then I learned the whole USC stuff and all that. I did not know anything about OJ until after the fact.
So when you hear about USC and them being known for illustrious running backs or what have you, OJ was the catalyst. He was the starter.
Right.
Yeah.
So you look at Marcus Allen or I can't even name all of the great, even Reggie Bush, all of those. Anybody you want to name from any era in USC, OJ was the start of that. So keep it real. At one point in time, it was Jim Brown, then OJ,
right,
then everybody else, as far as who the elders really respected, from what I understood, as far as football specifically. But definitely at the running back position. Like I said, the first one with a 2,000-yard season, he did it in 14 games. got the highest yards per game average at 143.1. I mean, when you talk about just on the field alone, man, OJ was clearly
back. He was the epitome of
the
a
guy.
running back.
I mean,
you see the highlights. The highlights is crazy.
Reggie Bush at USC, but a run over your ass.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so if you start with that, just who he was on the football field
alone,
it's kind of hard for all of the other stuff to take that completely away, in my opinion. And I think because the case was so polarizing, you talking about a well-known OJ had to have been crossed over at least 25 years around the 25 years around the time that it happened.
When it was hard to cross over.
Impossible. Like, OJ is like, he was a success story of Jim Crow.
Come on now.
Like, I hate to say it that way, but, you know, definitely the opposite of Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in that time, because where Kareem was...
I mean, as the opposite.
I'm about to break it down.
Pull a point. Yeah, okay.
I'm about to break it. So, like, Kareem in the 70s, or even Muhammad Ali for that matter, like, if you had somebody on one side of the fence like Muhammad Ali who was striving for a certain level of identity and consciousness within, you know, consciousness of his identity and what role that plays in America, OJ was the exact opposite of that. OJ was trying to assimilate when you were not allowed in the black community to want to cross over without taking arrows or what have you. Whereas I think Jay-Z might have been the first person to like really make selling out palatable for the youth. And I hate to say it like that, but just keeping it real and looking back on it. He always say, I never crossed over, I brought the suburbs to the hood. But I think when I look at OJ, man, and his impact on culture in hindsight, OJ is a prime example, in my honest estimation, of what it looks like when you get too far or when you get too high up. And what I mean is, like, the level of vitriol that I've seen from people over the last 2 or 3 days just reminded me of just how tense and thick the culture and the climate was around the time of the trial. Because, like I said, you're talking about a well-to-do black man who's very, very established. I mean, white people love this guy.
Let's keep it real.
That's what I said.
He dated white women.
Yeah,
And white people hated that.
But he was almost on that same level of Bill Cosby in the late 70s and 80s, where OJ was the quintessential token in popular culture in the 80s.
Yeah. If
you needed that one black guy that they let behind the curtain, like the Sammy Davises or the Rat Pack or what have you, OJ was on that level. Oh. OJ won't black, like the song said, Jay-Z song. Like, I ain't black, I'm OJ. Huh? Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much how people, he was perceived for a long time. So to go from that to, oh my God, this big aggressive nigga allegedly, committed these heinous crimes. Even from the moment they said his name, he was guilty. And then God knows the chase. I know you might not remember. How old are you again, my bad?
34.
34. So, see, my little brother was born. So you couldn't have been no more than 4 when the chase was going on. We're talking June 17th, 1994. How old were you?
We said what?
June 17th, 1994.
1994, I was 5.
Okay. So, yeah, in 94, Game 5 of the NBA Finals, it was the Rockets and the Knicks. They were playing in the Garden. And next thing you know, this is before social media and all that shit. So next thing you know, they cut away from the game, and they got OJ on the highway.
On the Broncos?
Yes, sir. Al Cowlins hauling ass down the, Santa Monica Boulevard or 405?
Yeah, I wouldn't say hauling ass, though.
Yeah,
he was going. He was.
They was chilling.
They just cleared the highway off.
But when I was 12 at the time, so to me it looked like, oh shit, they chasing him like an episode of Cops, like. And but they had people on the highway waving flags and signs. How the hell did, like Dick Gregory used to say, how these people knew that OJ was coming that way 5 minutes into the chase?
But I'm sure there
without
was a moment,
social media.
There was a moment of hype that was in my house. I'm pretty sure there was a moment of shutdown.
Oh yeah.
I was working. I was at work.
And
I was working at a video store, and we put it on all the monitors.
What video store?
Blockbuster Video.
Which one?
Let's not do that
Blockbuster was my shot. Oh man.
Blockbuster Video on Mechanicsville.
Okay, I ain't never. I used to hit Blockbusters up and goddamn hold the game, or like if my game was messed up, I'd just trade the bitches out.
I used to also work. I was the manager of that one, but I used to also work on the one on Brook Road.
I definitely probably.
I used to pop in the one on Brook Road.
Gee, I definitely probably seen. You know, that's that nigga.
I used to pop in the one on Brook Road. Well, my mom used to live over there about. We used to live in Huntington Village. Yeah, so you talking about Brook Run over there? Yeah, I've been to that one before.
But we,
that was my Sega Genesis days.
And the one day that G used to work in, I couldn't wait to get in the back of that joint, just go to the porn section.
I didn't work in Blockbuster didn't have a porn section.
No, it was they back.
Oh, the other, yeah, that was way back in the day.
But yeah, we put it on all the screens. You know, and we weren't even watching the game. I mean, I was watching the game in the back.
Yeah.
But then when it happened, I put it on all the screens, and it was like a you know, what's going on? Because you know, like you said,
pandemonium.
Prior to social media, no one knew what the hell was going on.
Hell no.
What's going on? Oh, they chasing out the OJ. They say he killed his wife or something. That's all I remember saying.
Crazy.
That's all I remember.
And he is on the highway riding.
Yeah, and like 20 cops behind him, but they got a huge distance between. It's not like they chasing him. They follow. Yeah, exactly.
He on the phone with his lawyer. Yeah. Like, man, what you want me to do, man? Take your time. We gonna work this thing out, man. We got plenty of time.
Oh, he on the phone with he was on the phone with his mama.
And then he was on the phone. Well, they had ABC. ABC was on the phone with the driver on speakerphone.
Yeah.
And OJ was in the back seat.
Oh, he had a driver? That's so swag, bro.
That's his best friend.
Boy.
Oh, that's a boy. That's a best friend right there. To this day. Yeah. To this day.
Yeah, he was rolling with him. So OJ was on the phone with his mama. They were trying to talk him out of suicide.
Right, but here's my thing. And this is what I've always said. Like, I don't know whether, I wasn't there. I don't know whether OJ killed him or not. I just don't know. But that did not make him look innocent.
Oh, I'm pretty sure.
That did not make him look innocent. And I never understood why he did that.
Because knowing where he came from, knowing the era that he came from, he knew these motherfuckers, I don't want to say crackers, but these motherfuckers not going to believe me if they tried.
You remember the movie Enemy of the State?
What, Will Smith?
Yeah.
One of my favorites, but yeah.
So remember when Will was getting chased and had no white man to help him? Gene Hackman didn't tell him shit yet? And everything he did made him look guilty as hell.
Yeah.
I think they took that shit from the OJ.
Man.
Like I think they personified that moment that you speaking of, and I think they made a whole movie out of that shit.
You guilty till you proven innocent. They still doing that to this day. We still doing that to this day. That's why it was so popularity. I know then if it had social media during the OJ time, oh my God, the memes they would have had for OJ. Oh my God, OJ would have been guilty. He would have been guilty. That I'm talking during that time. If we had the control, like we have the control over social media, I'm pretty sure y'all would have sent OJ to jail the first time. I'm pretty sure OJ would have been guilty because we would have joked around with it the whole time. I'm pretty sure because I know my uncles and them talk junk about the whole situation when it was going on for a long period of time.
And it's crazy because like keep it real with you. And shout out to my homeboy Jeff, man. I got an older white dude I work with part time and shit, man. Hilarious guy, man. That man funny as shit. We were talking, and first thing he said to me when he pulled up in the parking lot, because I put on internet the other day, rest in peace, my nigga. And I said it sarcastically, but I was serious too, because I fucked with OJ. I was a diehard Buffalo fan for years. I put on there, rest in peace, my nigga Orenthal James Simpson. So I get the parking lot at work. First thing this motherfucker say to me, Orenthal James, huh?
Orenthal.
You really like this guy?
Oh,
I tell you what, that motherfucker was guilty. Like, I don't give a fuck. No, like, that's the first thing, like, and like, you know what I'm saying? And he and I, we joke like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, he candid about where he come from. I'm candid about where I come from. And like I said, he's probably mid-50s, former baseball player and shit. Very knowledgeable about, especially about athletics. And
you guilty, man, till proven innocent.
But it was just wild to see, like, I swear it felt like white people had a breath of fresh air and a sigh of relief, like a pep in their step. Was it Thursday?
Yeah.
When the news announced, because he died Wednesday night. But Thursday, it felt like all white people.
Oh, boy.
It felt like all white people were on code.
Man, I swear to God, they cheered when he got locked up for family.
They were smiling.
They were smiling when he got locked up.
This is still a person, a human being, that's no longer with us.
Yeah.
How do you celebrate the death of someone that's no longer? I don't care what you thought about him. What about these people? This man's kids, this man's grandkids, y'all, the people like that. Like whatever you think about OJ, it is really insensitive, especially like Caitlyn Jenner. Like Good Riddance. It is really insensitive.
Bruce?
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's really and this bitch killed somebody. You know what I'm saying? It's really
nigga, I ain't call a nigga no woman.
it's really insensitive for you to. If you don't like OJ, then just don't say shit.
I mean, that's what people with common decency do.
Just don't say shit.
But you know how that go. I'm like, I'm gonna play devil's advocate. All right, I'm gonna play devil's advocate. We celebrated when Bin Laden got hung.
I didn't.
I'm talking about as a unit of the world.
You talking about not Bin Laden? Bin Laden didn't get hung.
Saddam Hussein.
Saddam
Hussein. They celebrated that.
Yeah, I still don't believe completely Bin Laden was killed, but I don't.
We'll talk about that. Commercial break, and
that was a bonus for Obama. But man, people are weird.
I've seen it happen though, like working at the Funny Bone. I remember when Charlie Murphy passed.
What? Who celebrated what? Go ahead. Go ahead.
I won't say who. I'll tell you off air. But yeah, there were people who were like, "Hey, fuck him." I'm like, "What the fuck you mean, fuck him?" Like, and this one person in particular really was like adamant about, "Nah, fuck that motherfucker. I don't care if he did die." And I told him to his face, if he died before me, I celebrate. It's
man, sometimes humans, while we here on this earth, we gonna fuck up some people in our relationships with people, and then we can't expect everybody to say goodbye the proper way to us. You know what I'm saying? I know it gonna be somebody out there that I don't even know about right now. They probably, when I do, it so happen to do, they probably will celebrate. They probably like, yeah, about time. You know what I'm saying? But if it's, you know what I'm saying, that's the type of hate out there. It's unbelievable that they will go that far and thinking, but hey, man, we humans, man. We humans.
And I don't want to be hypocritical. Like, I even had one joke, man. I said, "Oh, man," it was all the sorrow, but I mean, I said it before you realized it. When I first found out, I said, "Oh, man, what the fuck? The juice is in the can." Say that a bitch. Like,
let me real quick. Let me say something. Make a comment that was said in that group chat. Shout out to Hootie. I hope you don't mind me saying his name, because he later on in the chat he's like, I probably shouldn't have said this.
Oh, man. That might be a segue that you shouldn't say his name. So go ahead.
His thing was they can make anybody look guilty. Anyone.
Enemy of the state.
Yeah. And then he said if they can't, this right here is deep. If they can't make them look guilty, they'll send the IRS after them, or your helicopter mysteriously crashes.
Come on now.
And the thing of it is, that was what I was about to get to. And
my God, sports.
How come it seems as if
our goats,
nobody walks away with a clean record?
Nobody.
Right. Like,
hey, we got some good people out there. That's what I'm saying, man. LeBron James is
right, and I'm scared for him because everybody talks about how squeaky clean he is. I'm thinking before it's all over, this man gonna be eating kids' heads.
But guess what? I'm trying to tell you right now. We gonna stand on 10. If this happen again, we stand on 10. We ain't turning no heads, man. We can't let this happen again. I'm trying to tell you, it's over with. It's over with.
And it's crazy. He said the plane crashed because I was talking about. We were starting off about today being the 8-year anniversary of Kobe's last game. And it's just, sometimes, I was watching Gil the other day, and Norris Cole was talking about Kobe, and he was talking about him as if Kobe was still here unconsciously. Like, I don't think he meant to talk about him like he was still here, but it was like, I think the ultimate sign of respect you can pay somebody in some regards is to still consider them as if they're here when they've been gone for that long. And I think Kobe having such an impact on not only the game, but just on people people in general.
Yeah.
It's still surreal to really think about, that was his last game, and that shit was 8 years ago now.
Man.
And he been gone for 4 and some change.
I remember sitting in an empty apartment, watching on my phone because we didn't have the cable set up yet. And I said, man, baby, this is the last game. I'm never going to be able to see my boy play. I can care less if I move a couch in here or anything. I'm but to fold up in the corner of this drink right here in this empty apartment. We got the apartment. I put the deposit down. I don't care. I'm not loading nothing in here until I watch Kobe. And I watched him, and I said on that blew up match in the doghouse.
When he go 22 for 50, if I remember correctly?
He went off. I am not even.
I ain't gonna say he went off.
No.
He hogged it. Hello.
He definitely did hog it, but I would have too. Who I'm passing to? Y'all. I can't make it to the playoffs. This is not supposed to be my last game. I remember it.
And Gordon Hayward let it be known that they were letting Kobe shoot it out.
You better.
So for everybody to think he
Get
just
out the
went,
way.
he lit him up and he should have came back one more year. No, that was just a proper send
Man,
off.
ain't no such thing as let me shoot. Yeah, I'm gonna shoot in your face. You either you gonna be right here when I shoot it, or you ain't. I'm gonna shoot it
That's
regardless.
such thing as let people shoot. You got kids, right?
Huh?
You got a daughter,
Yeah.
right? Yeah. When she want to throw the ball in the hoop, you ain't playing hardcore D.
Yes, I am. To this day,
Oh,
she
man.
gonna never get no baskets on me. You know what I'm
I
saying?
can't wait till she
Yeah.
cross your ass.
I know, and that's when I'm gonna know it's real. When see, I'm a type of kid. I'm a type of dad that's gonna have you know what I'm saying. You gonna never know the feeling of beating until I'm at the age where you actually did.
Okay, I get that.
Yeah. Until you
Well, I do
actually
that with a
did.
video game. I still beat the shit out of my kids. in the
They
game.
never. I'm talking about nothing. You gonna learn. You gonna really pay attention to the video game. I'm not.
Yeah, I don't
Playing,
take it easy.
I'm not playing dumb.
I don't
I'm not
take it
playing
easy.
dumb. You gonna cry. I love to see my nephews cry all. To this day they still trying to play me in
You're
2K.
doing too much now.
They still my nephews.
That's how my daddy used to be. My daddy like a Tecmo Bowl. Shit.
No, yeah.
Try to beat my daddy. My dad'd beat your ass goddamn 60. Like, if
Bo
you.
Jackson.
I love to see.
He was a diehard Raiders fan too.
I love to
He'd
see.
be like, about to break it with Bo. Oh, there he go. He gone. House music.
I'm
The
teaching
30, the 40.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
He would talk shit.
I'm
now.
talking mass
Like,
junk to them. They getting taller now and say they want to fight me.
I
now.
couldn't wait. I couldn't wait to slam the remote down and walk out the room. And then if you do that, you can get your ass whooped. for real. So it's like, so I got to sit here and take this beating or take a physical.
I'll take
beat.
a physical beat. And really, that's what I'm saying. It's kind of psychological how we train them in life. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, keep your composure no matter what the heat of the situation.
He wasn't even trying to teach me about composure.
But
He was
you
just enjoying kicking my ass
It's
because
not one of
we
those
16 years apart, and this nigga was carrying me like I'm his little brother. He an older child with a 16-year-old with a kid.
That's
like,
sweet. That's sweet. See,
Nah,
y'all
he-
really did have
Yeah, like-
clutch ass battles. Then.
Like, I won't
Yeah.
clutch. He was beating the brakes off me and then sending me back across
You
town to
ain't
my
never
mama's
catch
house.
up. You ain't never catch up.
Man, that man used to goddamn play NCAA football 2009. I'll never forget that time.
Oh yeah.
2008 might have been the last time I played him in it.
Yeah.
He would get in the all-time Nebraska team
Oh.
and literally just run the fucking option to death. And you had to choose between Tommy Frazier and Lawrence Phillips. And then if you try to put 8 in the box and then try to bring somebody up, he throwing that bitch, I'm about to blow the top off.
Man.
And he'll throw that bitch to the tight end in the seam with nobody nowhere near him. I told you, it's just easy. I don't need but 3 plays. And he would run the same 3 plays. Like he would run the damn fullback dive, the reverse triple option, and the goddamn play action to the tight end.
Oh yeah, he was.
And it was clockwork. It was nothing I can do.
Nothing you can do.
I'm a grown ass man. I'm beating everybody else in this game by 40, and this nigga up 28-0 in the first quarter.
Man, at least you had an opportunity to know exactly what he was doing because you played football games. My dad used to beat me in MLB.
Oh.
Yeah, he used to beat the dog shit out of me in MLB. I'm talking about the kid version of me where I should be able to beat him in the video game. But he used to play MLB all day in his little PlayStation. He had a little PlayStation in the corner on his little TV and shit. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's what he played. He studied this junk from. I mean, I said I come here in the cut. I sit on the floor with him, play the game, and he just dogged with the Yankees, with everybody. And I said, I can't even play the junk.
It's like the Gary Sheffield days.
Bro, I swear to God.
Man, if my dad would ever came back with that milk, we'd have probably played too.
Shout out to all the pops playing video games.
Shit, I wish that nigga did go get some goddamn milk. Nigga beating the shit out of people.
And shout out to all the moms hating on their dad. That's all the dad got to do to be involved with their kids. Because that's all he got to do really is pick up a controller and just play a video game with his kid. That's good pastime. That's good American pastime. That's good American pastime.
Yeah, I don't even want to talk about it.
It's like throwing the ball. It's like the new throwing the ball with your kid outside.
I want to talk about these mamas and kids today. Like, we'll go to that subject another time.
We got
Another day, another time.
Man.
Happy birthday to my baby again.
Yeah, man. But at the end of the day, y'all, we gotta stop letting our superheroes fall like they fall, and people talk about them, and people write these just unnecessary ass shit about. And unfortunately, I was from that era when that white Bronco was on that highway. I get the white Bronco confused with the with my boy Rodney King. What Rodney King was in when he was driving on the
Ambulance?
no, but they pull him
A
over
Hyundai.
in?
Yeah,
What
Honda,
they chased him
Honda.
in? He was
Hyundai.
in a
No, not a Honda. A
Hyundai.
Hyundai.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
He was in a Hyundai when he went a Honda.
Yeah.
That was in the early 90s. He was here the first Hyundai one.
Yeah, what was that, 91?
That was right before.
92. Yeah, 91 because the trial was 92.
It was right before the trial.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so 92.
So
yeah,
when I just see police
because the riots was April 29th, 92.
Yeah.
God damn.
See, when I just see police behind a man on the highway, I just like, yo, OJ. We just knew OJ was gonna get the Rodney King treatment.
I ain't think that.
You ain't
Even
think
back
that?
then.
Nah, they knew because the cameras were on. They weren't gonna do that.
They won't do that.
Not all that. OJ.
The camera was on Rodney King.
But they didn't know the camera was on them.
OJ, yeah, that was just, and it's wild. How the hell did that random German couple know to photograph? Videotape Rodney King. This was long before like they were. It might have been Australian. I think they were Australian.
That's
they were
like paparazzi.
Yeah, they were Australian, and then they randomly just so happened to pull up on the scene and start recording it.
So they was the first. OJ was the first. He got.
But if you think about it, I mean, for us to randomly record something is one thing. But you thinking in the '90s for somebody I mean, you gotta be carrying around a fucking video camera.
Yeah,
and take the time to do all that.
With a gaffer and a gaffer.
Well, they from overseas, so already know they tourists.
They were here touring. They were here visiting.
And to see that and to come and see that tour, that's American. That's how American can that get? How American can that get?
That's real. You get to see a black man get beat live by the cops.
Come on now, what in the world?
And take the footage back to your people.
And then a couple months later, see the same white people walk away from doing it.
Yeah, my goodness.
And that's the thing, man. Like, as much as I love sports, man, sometimes the reality of what sports is distracted people from almost turns me off from it, for real. That's part of the reason why I don't really watch the NFL like I used to, because I saw during the Kaepernick thing, and it wasn't even about Kaepernick for me. I was just being contrary.
Yeah.
But, like, when I saw the same people that would be like, hey, good tackle, brother. Hey, nigga, stay in your place. It's like, goddamn, I thought it was just good tackle, brother. I thought we were all American and all, in this together, America, and it's like, oh, so when, it's run, nigga, run, jump, nigga, jump, it's all good. Shit. But the second the dude take the helmet off, it's right back to the reality. And it's like, well, if that's how y'all feel, fuck y'all in this football shit. I don't gotta watch this shit no more to fake bond with y'all racist motherfuckers. We ain't friends in real life anyway, if this who you are.
Well, if you ever come from the actual working class, you already know the people who pay you don't give two shits about you.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, they don't care how much millions they give you. They just can afford to give you that much. They just can afford to give you that much. That's why I see it. So no matter where you at, what level of gig that you are in, or what level field that you are in, there's still somebody who's gonna look down on you and really can't wait to stop paying you.
Oh, yeah.
They really can't wait to stop paying you. I swear to God, boy, you get to a certain age in these industries, man, and I swear to God, they make up some shit for you to get fired. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
I was watching Nate Robinson the other day. He was saying how he was on the OG's podcast. That's Udonis Haslam and Mike Miller. Shout out to them.
Yeah.
He was on there saying he had one more game to play, and he would get incentivized. I think he might have been like a $1 million bonus, and Doc Rivers decided not to play him.
Because he knew he was ready to make his bonus.
Yeah.
Yes, come on, man, Doc.
And
Doc, that was sent down. Doc won't. I hope as a black man, he was not ready to.
But you a player first, like why you can't override that?
The GM, the boss, the owner sending that down.
Yeah.
You can't override that. You can't because you gonna be fired.
When does Doc not get fired any goddamn way?
I guess he won't try to get fired.
He probably got fired 2 days later anyway.
He probably anyway got fired. That's crazy. I think he did. That was Celtics, right?
Yeah.
He probably did. He probably did get fired.
And that's what I'm saying. Like this whole shit for real, man. Like, as much as it's designed to distract people from shit, it still has the elements of what they're trying to distract you from in it.
Yeah.
So it's almost like to reinforce the programming sometimes, or to some extent. You know what I mean?
And I think as fans, that's why we kind of so much. That's why we went back to the NFL when the whole thing. It's really we just want. You know what? We just want to play, man. We just want to be entertained from the. It's like we almost like it's like what's that? We got like a postpartum to the bullshit.
Oh, Stockholm syndrome.
The Stockholm syndrome to that shit, man. It's really like. Damn, we locked in. They got us right where they want us. We really still gonna try to send our kids to be this person, or it's just the money? Is it the money? Is it you want to be an athlete so bad because of the money?
I think we just conditioned, man.
We really conditioned to loving the game. We've been playing it since we've been PE. I don't think
it's a love for the game.
You don't think it's really the love for the game?
Maybe within the athlete up until maybe college. I think by college it's just a business. There were smart ones.
No, I mean it's gonna be a business because you work so hard to get to this level. Of course you want to get paid for it. I done did so much. I done ran so many hills. I done did so many suicides. Yeah, I definitely want to get paid for it. But I really feel like it's certain guys that even when they get to that professional level, it's not about the money. I feel like there's a lot of guys out there, because you got a lot of guys out there. So we come from poor. I don't know about you. I don't speak for myself. I'm a Section 8 baby. So you know what I'm saying. Section 8 kid. So I know that if I got to a certain level of the game, I'm definitely gonna be trying to get as much money out if I want to. You know what I'm saying? But then you got certain kids that really has been on a silver spoon, you know what I'm saying, their whole life, and they never really, you know what I'm saying, needed for money. So they really just that passion that got him to that next level was just the love of the game. So when he get to a different level, he's not impressed with yachts. And my dad been taking me on yachts all my life. You know what I'm saying? This and this and that. I've been on business meetings. I've been in. You got certain kids that their parents got a chain of restaurants and they still make it to the league. Them kids are not looking for a check. They could have been left. They actually own 3 businesses right now. I don't need to go to the league. My dad owned 5 businesses and he just gave 2 to me. I really want to play. I really want to play the game. And I think there's a few guys out there like that that's been, you know what I'm saying, that's came from that.
If you name a percentage, what percentage do you think?
Not a lot. It's not a lot. It's definitely. We assume because they look at black people as all black people as we are. You know what I'm saying, disenfranchised. So they automatic see if it's a whole bunch of us in a league, they automatic assume that all of us came from the struggle. We all gotta have a struggle story, even to get drafted. You already see the top 10 draft picks. They go through a whole little background check on them, and they take them through this whole little memory lane. You see them driving down these long ghetto little roads and everything. Mm-hmm. How he been? Oh man, yeah, my mama, I've been through this and this, that. I'm like, but wait a minute, hold on, but all these guys, 30-something guys that getting drafted this first round, and then you look at the guys they pick out. They really pick out the guys with the most struggle stories to get the background. They get the background on them. But I'm trying to tell you, if you look deep into the first 5 to get picked, half of them, I'm pretty sure at least 3 of them don't have no background story. They really came from good neighborhoods. They really came from good households. They you know what I'm saying. They had both of their parents, and they really, you know what I'm saying, they need nothing.
What I meant when I say like it's about the money, I don't mean necessarily just the financial aspect of it. What I mean is like I think after, and now it's probably before college. It's probably in the AAU circuit going into like 10th or 11th grade. For most of the kids that I've seen, or most of the young adults that I know, football and basketball, the ones who start to see it as a business opportunity or look at themselves as an investment, or look at it from the financial aspect. And I don't mean necessarily just chasing the bag per se, but looking at all of the, like you said, the hills that they run and the dues that they paying. When they start to look at those things as, hey, I'm investing in the opportunity to earn maximum income, I think it has no choice but to compromise some of the passion for the game. And I think that the people who get trapped in these contracts, like a Scottie Pippen back in the 90s when his contract was
so sick,
horrendous, I think that's the way that they separate people and manipulate those who are confused to the fact that this is still a business investment. And I think the smartest kids are the ones that's like, hey, look, I'm going to use this as a stepping stone to get into other venture capital and all these like investments and stuff when they walk away from the game, like an Andre Iguodala, for an example. You know what I mean? I think those types of people understand earlier that, hey, this is only for a minute. Yeah. And I think that's why player empowerment means so much now, because the owners have shown you when Hakeem Olajuwon retires as a goddamn Toronto Raptor, that show you that they don't give a fuck about the loyalty and the fans or none of it. It's about the bottom line and the profit margin and revenue sharing.
But you got some NFL. That you see they bring back the guys for that last year. They do the little pump fake.
But that's more for them than for the athlete.
That's for the that's for the fans and the money.
Fans and the money.
Yeah,
they're bringing them back and showcase they prize.
They don't give a fuck about them people, man. They should get them to come sign some memorabilia once or twice. I'm not gonna say don't give a fuck because there's probably people in the organization that actually care about these people, especially if they know them.
Yeah,
but if you ain't generating no money, like they ain't calling.
Never mention your name ever again.
Man, Refrigerator Perry was on every station in '85 to '88.
Yeah.
Man, they did a story on the fridge about 5 years ago. That man, no, he's still alive.
He's still alive?
Yeah, that man, he could barely walk. He fucked up in the game, though, kidney issues. The fridge is like 180 pounds.
Jesus.
It could be, like he in South Carolina and he was living in a shack, bro. Like, and I don't mean a shack. Let me rephrase that. Comparable to what you would have expected. He could have been living in based off all the money that the '85 Bears still make for the organization of Chicago Bears. That man was living in some shit. Like, if you riding down 460 in any county you want to name, Disputana, any of that shit, he looked like one of those little, small, quaint houses where, one of the steps might have a plywood missing off the porch and shit.
Best-selling jersey, one of the best-selling jerseys, throwback jerseys out there. It's a lot of guys still got the fridge on their back.
Man, the Super Bowl shuffle.
Man, what?
We coming up on the 40th anniversary of that shit, and people still remember it like it's yesterday. That man ain't have proper health care when they did the story on him, man.
And that's why we making sure that these athletes get paid. And that's why they making sure because they know what they used to go through. And really, that's what it's about the business. You trying to get your funds, you trying to get your check and everything like that. Because we know if you don't, we know what you're gonna look like after the game is over, and they see it. So that's why they go so hard on trying to get these people, these kids especially, they money. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't get it now, I'm trying to tell you, boy, they not gonna care two shits about you.
Yeah, that's real.
That's real. And challenge is I want any owner to call in and motherfucking goddamn 804-215-1555 and tell us different. Tell us different. Tell us how much you care about your dogs. I don't care if you from the squirrels or anything. Tell us how much you care about these players because, like you said, if you don't make it to a certain amount of years in these professions, they won't even pay you no more. They won't retire you, and you be surprised at how many people get to. I think in the NFL you got to pay what 10 years or 8 years.
Five to get the pension.
It's only 5. You sure it's only 5?
Yeah, 5.
Okay, well, so why they always retire after 10 years?
I mean, I'm sure there's more incentives based on, but 5 is the bare minimum you need to get the pension.
You can be getting the pension from.
Yeah.
So yeah, you'd be surprised how many.
But the average career is 3.5 years.
Average career is 3.5 years. As I already said, you'd be surprised at how many people they really do not let them get over that mark. That's why it's so many draft picks that can be able to come into the league over and over and over and over again every year because they really will stop these guys at 3 years in and get on out of there.
And that pension is supplemental income. It's not as if you can live off of that for real. Like, you know what I'm saying? And this shit all a hustle, man.
Yeah, you gotta retire. You gotta shout out to Aaron Donald for getting his bread and getting the fuck up out of there. Shout out to Patrick Willis for getting his bread and getting the fuck up out of there. Shout out to all Barry Sanders for getting his bread and getting the fuck up out of there with a good brain. Because, boy, I know you ready to get TCU fast. Because I'm trying to tell you, you were running for your life. I swear to God. Shout out to all them guys that got their bread, the Megatron. And just all those guys that got their bread and got the fuck up out of there. Because I'm trying to tell you, if you didn't and then you know what you came from, that's why they be surprised. Like, how you leave like that on the top like that? Because they know the game that they in. These people don't give a fuck about them, man. Get your money, get the fuck up out of there, man.
Hey, so real quick, we're going to take a quick break. And when we get back, man, we're going to discuss we in the last week of the NBA playoff. I mean, NBA regular season, the playoffs coming down to the wire.
Who you got?
So we're going to discuss the playoff standings when we get back right here on BigTyme Network.
Who you got?
Did you know I was going to look at you to tell you to do that?
Huh?
I was just about to look at you to tell you to do that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
What's up? Thank y'all for tuning in, baby. Good morning. Good Saturday morning.
What you doing, cuz?
I think this setup works a little bit better because, I mean, you got, for at least for the majority of the shows, we got the group right here. when you have guests, we can have the guests either sitting right there in the stools.
Yeah.
Or if you want the guests a little closer, we can put the guests in a chair right up there. When we have people perform, they can perform in that area behind you.
Yeah.
So it kind of
There's
works out.
more room, yeah.
Yeah.
And this feel a little more uniform.
Yeah. And then you know, most guests come in with other people, so we got places for them to sit too, off camera. So that works out. I just got a couple more little things to do, but obviously I didn't check the
Appreciate you.
the thing.
Hey, you got to come up here, man, one day and discuss what it's like to be a coach, cuz.
Let me get some water.
My cousin Aunt be coaching Little League and AAU.
Oh, really?
Yeah, hell of a coach. I coached with him 1 year. We got dragged most of the year. I coached with him. We just ain't had I don't know what it was. We just got dragged. It was fun though. It was fun as hell.
Back.
Yo, we back here on Who You Got. Shout out to Cuz. I was just reading on the comments or what have you. My cousin Aunt Morton, extremely talented coach. I love to have him call up here, come up one day and explain what's kind of going on in the world of youth athletics. Feel like he'll have a lot to offer. But yeah, we coming up on the playoffs in the NBA. It's the last week of the regular season right here, down to the home stretch. I was watching a little bit of the highlights from last night's game. Was it the Sacramento Kings? Yeah, Sacramento Kings and the Phoenix Suns. Yeah, that was a great game.
Getting playoffs time. Playoffs time coming,
Phoenix
baby.
pulled it out 108-107. Shout out to Bradley Beal with the game-saving stop on De'Aaron Fox. They wound up trapping him with like 3 seconds left, and De'Aaron Fox tried to get a shot up but turned the ball over. And that was something I noticed last night watching the games. You can see the intensity is picking up. You can see that, half-court offense meaning a lot more now. People starting to remember to play defense. They hadn't done that in a couple of years in the NBA.
Defense.
But I think, if I'm not mistaken, right now the Lakers are the 8th seed. Sacramento is the 9th seed, and Golden State is the 10th seed. And I believe the New Orleans Pelicans are still the 7th seed.
So I got it right here.
Phoenix is the 7th seed now.
Yeah, we looking at OKC is number 1, Minnesota is number 2, Denver is number 3.
Okay.
Clippers is number 4, Dallas is number 5, Pelicans is number 6, Phoenix is now number 7, and Lakers are still number 8. Sacramento is number 9, and the Warriors are number 10. That's the play-in. That's as far as we going down.
Well, with the OKC, I see it's a 3-way tie. I guess Oklahoma City has a tiebreaker according to these standards right here. So OKC 56-25, along with Minnesota and Denver. So
any more games left?
Everybody play tomorrow.
Everybody play tomorrow. Oh, it's gonna be a good time.
Yeah,
to bet.
so tomorrow.
Good time to bet.
Yeah,
it's a bad time to bet because who can we play in these starts?
Well, that's what I say. Most of the important games start at 12:30. So by 4:00, I think the only game that's going to have playoff implications in the West is going to be the Sacramento-Portland game. Sacramento plays Portland, I think 9:30, if I'm not mistaken.
What's that going to do?
That's going to close up.
If they lose, they win.
Yeah, if they lose, they'll be the 10th seed.
That's okay. They still playing game.
And I mean, they can still get back up to 8th though, because if the Lakers lose and Sacramento win, Sacramento owns the tiebreaker. So the Lakers have to win. But the Lakers are playing the Pelicans.
And we are going to be no. We're playing Phoenix the first game.
No, I'm saying y'all play the Pelicans.
Oh, we're playing the Pelicans to
tomorrow.
So hopefully the Pelicans won't care.
No, they're gonna need to care because they got to secure the 6th seed either way. So they're gonna have to play y'all seriously because y'all can jump to 7, and the loser, y'all and the Pelicans, more than likely is going to wind up in the 8th seed unless Phoenix lose.
Who Phoenix playing?
Now that I don't remember. Hold on.
Let me see. We're gonna go to I'm sorry, guys. We're gonna go to our January.
I think
that's gonna matter. That's definitely.
I was right. Who the hell does Phoenix play?
Yeah, I got it right here. I got it right here. Phoenix. Okay. Phoenix is playing Minnesota.
Oh yeah, and Minnesota needs that in order to secure the number 1 seed.
Secure the number 1 seed. So come on, Phoenix.
Because if Oklahoma City loses, then they're automatically going to be the 3 seed.
So yeah,
And if Denver wins out, then Denver will. So really, it's up to Minnesota because it's weird because Minnesota.
Do they want that number 1 seed? Because they feel like, man, they definitely want it, and I feel like Denver don't. I feel like Denver don't even care where they land.
Well, now Denver was trying. Like Denver legit lost to San Antonio last night. Like,
but it's San Antonio. I don't care, man. San Antonio, y'all just starting to play good right now. At the end of the year, Pop got them playing at the highest level they can play at.
So hey, scroll up on that real quick, G. So look at all these games that's slated for tomorrow. So we got the Hawks and the Pacers at 1:00. You got the Raptors and the Heat. See everything else with playoff implications. So the Heat, if I'm not mistaken, are competing for the 8th seed. I mean, they're in the play-in. The Hawks are in the play-in. The Pacers are the 6th seed as of right now. All is scheduled to change by tomorrow, so there's no point even really locking all these in. If the Cavs win and the Bucks lose, though, the Cavaliers will win the Central Division. So that means the Bucks will drop down to 3 or 4, if I'm not mistaken. That'll definitely put the Cavs at the number 2 seed.
No, let's go to standings.
Oh, the Eastern Conference
No,
standings.
you right there. You was right there. Oh no, you was right. Go back. Up top. There you go. Yeah.
All right. So in the East, we got the Celtics at the number 1 seed, 63-18. The Bucks 49-32 at the 2 seed. They're in a tie with the Knicks, but they hold the tiebreaker. The Knicks 49-32 as well. The Cavaliers 48-33. So okay, if the Cavaliers win and the Bucks lose, then the Cavaliers have the tiebreaker between the two. So that means the Cavs will be the 2 seed, and the Bucks will drop to the 3 seed unless the Knicks win.
The Knicks is also, man. I'm so sad that they don't got their power forward right now.
Oh,
man,
Julius Randle, yeah.
The way they are set up to ball out as a unit, they can really make a lot of noise and they can really upset a lot of teams in this joint. I really had them upset the Bucks if they had Julius Randle, man. But without Julius Randle, I don't got them even upsetting the Bucks. I know they're gonna.
They might though. Because Brunson is
a baller, man. But at the end of the day, man, the Bucks is a strong unit. And I know during that stretch of the year, but if they don't, if
Giannis hurt though.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to say.
Calf strain.
If Giannis don't be right during that time, it's all
maybe his brother will step up.
Step up on the plane and help put the bags on.
I am ready to take your spot, Giannis. Whenever you are, that's when you come back. I am your big brother, okay, Giannis, and I will do it, Coach. I am his big brother. I will put me in. I will score as many baskets as you need.
That's a great Nigerian accent. You sound like your last name Antetokounmpo. Yeah. So then the Sixers. Wow, it's pretty much one game separating all these people, man.
Man, this is gonna be a great
crazy
playoff. It's gonna be a great playoff because the Pacers are one of those teams. It's like they, all the whole season they struggle with a lot of games that they should have won. They wasn't closing out a lot of guys that a lot of teams they should have.
You said who was that?
Out. The Pacers.
Oh yeah,
they definitely did. I watched them a lot this year.
Because they would definitely score like 140 and then give up 141.
Yes, yes, like that's crazy. Y'all, you right, exactly like that. They score 140 and give up 141.
And it's crazy because you look at the Magic, the Sixers, the Pacers. They're all 46 and 35, so it's just a matter of the tiebreakers. And then the Heat are just one game back at 45 and 36.
But like I said, even with the Pacers, you got to look at the new roster setup that they had. See, you got guys on that team like Siakam. He was not on that team the whole year. Yeah. So they're a new team, and they kept this where they at right here. They didn't get over the hump, but you can see the reason why they didn't get over the hump because really they are number 5 right now. Really they are number 5.
Halliburton got hurt for a couple weeks, and I think that was probably the difference because during the in-season tournament time, they might have been like as high as the 4th seed at one point early in the year.
I want to see how these last games for the East is going to close out too because if those Pacers or those Sixers, which got Embiid back, and them Magic, one of those slip up, the Pacers can be at number 5 in beginning of the playoffs.
No, I think the highest the Pacers can go to is 6 because the Magic own the tiebreaker over them. So the Magic can't drop below 5.
They can't.
The Sixers have to win, and I believe the Pacers have to lose, even though right now it has them over them. I think the Pacers have the season series. So right now the Sixers are the 7th seed. So invert these two is probably what's going to wind up happening. And So if that's the case, then if the Bucks hold true to form and stay at the 2 seed, they will more than likely wind up playing the Sixers in the first round. At least that was the scenario that Gilbert Arenas was explaining yesterday. So yeah, they'll wind up playing the Bucks will play the Sixers. The Pacers will play the Knicks if the Knicks stay in the 3 seed, and if the Cavs stay there, it'll be 4 or 5 will be the Cavs and the Magic.
Yeah,
but
that's a nice little series for the Cavs.
But I mean, like I said, but it's still a play-in situation. So the Sixers will have to play. The Sixers have to play the Heat, and the winner of that'll become the 7th seed, and then whoever win the Hawks and the Hawks and the Bulls will play the loser of the 7-8.
I'm looking at these playing games. I don't think they gonna do nothing. I don't think they gonna upset nothing. I think it's gonna still be exactly how it land. I really feel like the Heat is the only strong suitors that I really got that can play in that playing game and switch out that 7 and the 8 seed. Cause I feel like they make
the Heat
upset.
don't have the same pieces from last year.
And they don't.
And I think if anything, the only team in that play-in thing that I think got a chance
I know you said the Hawks, right?
The Hawks, because
I don't got a 5-game losing streak right now.
But we talking about one game. Like I think Trey can get you that one game.
And watch, I'm trying to tell you right now, y'all looking at the nucleus that the Bulls got right now and sleeping on the fact that DeRozan is a guy who steps up when it counts. He don't need too many people. He just needs somebody to bring the ball to the court for him, and he needs somebody that's gonna put their hands up in the paint. And I'm gonna get down and dirty when these like you said, these one game. You got guys like that who've been in the league for a long time. They know how to close out games.
But if we keeping it real, looking back since Toronto, if I can bet on one player to lose one game, it's gonna be DeMar DeRozan. So I think I'm safe with saying the Bulls are the only team in the Eastern Conference I expect their season to be over by Tuesday.
Okay. Well, I want to see an upset. I want to see the Bulls get into that AFC and knock out the Heat, because the Heat, y'all not going to waste nobody's time. And I don't even want to see the Bulls get beat. But at the same time, Celtics is going to crush whoever they play in that AFC anyway. So you're right. Yeah. I'd rather see the...
well, the Hawks will give them a series.
I'm going to tell you right now. I can't wait for them to start playing the playing game, so you can see the Hawks get out of here. I'm not on that Hawks bandwagon. That Hawks is over with.
I'm saying that the Boston, if they play Boston, they'll get 2 games.
Trae Young is out there next year. The Murray gonna be playing for somebody next year. They gonna break the Hawks up.
If Derek White, they do need to break that team up. But if Derek White didn't get that tip in last year, who knows how that series would have went when they played Atlanta last year?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, but we're gonna see, man.
Let me ask y'all opinion. How do you think the tournament,
in-season
tournament, going to affect? Or was it indicative of how the season might go?
You mean like the Lakers just came to life?
Well, yeah. You know what I'm saying? The Lakers came to life, and then you get...
I think the referees just brought their whistle for the Lakers the whole season.
Chill out.
No bullshit, man. People got 400 more free throws than everybody else.
Man, they fouling.
I love Bron. Probably more than most people. Bullshit is bullshit,
they
dog.
They fouling, man. I ain't with that. They fouling, man.
Yeah, all right. Yeah.
Shout out to my Lakers, man. We get right.
Tell yourself whatever you need to hear.
Close it out strong, baby.
They definitely stepped up last night.
Oh, yeah, but
Ron and AD.
Memphis?
But,
without Ja?
Yeah, but... I mean, you look at the fact.
Okay, let's look at the 27 and 54 Memphis Grizzlies.
Hey man, you seen? I don't want to hear nothing like that when you let San Antonio beat Denver. You let San Antonio beat Denver.
Yeah, it's Wemby.
Wait a minute.
They don't have Ja.
But you can say it's Wemby, but you can't say it's LeBron and AD. I
can say it's Wemby because the Memphis Grizzlies don't have Ja on the court. If Ja was there, then okay, yeah. To beat a team going into the playoffs,
they're the worst team in the league right now, and they just beat Denver. They might ready to win the ring. They might ready to win the ring again. They just beat them in a critical time of trying to close out for number 1.
Wemby.
Ain't no Wemby.
I agree. Wemby
did go wrong.
Wemby is going to be the face in the NBA.
Oh yeah, he definitely is.
Man.
He definitely. I've been on that bandwagon.
That man's special, man. That man is a goddamn monster.
He can't. But they debating it to see if they gonna give him Defensive Player of the Year right now.
How do you debate that?
I give it to him.
They childish. I
give it to him. He got more blocks this year than Rudy the last 2 years.
And it's not even the blocks. It's he affects the
game.
Yeah.
Period. Like you can't pull up, no floaters. You got to watch him from behind. Pause.
You got to know everywhere this man go at all times.
I watched him on
offense and defense.
And he's closing out from the free throw line.
He's closing out from the free throw line. He's closing out. These 3-pointers. These 3-point shooters are scared to shoot and at the side, on the corner, because that's the closest way to close out in that corner right there. That's the shortest distance, and they scared to shoot because he right on the edge.
You blow past him, and then you got to look behind you before you lay it up because he like Dawson. His arms so goddamn long. He putting that shit on the backboard from the dotted line.
Boy, you gonna need giant killers. So shout out to all the giant killers that ready to get drafted. They gonna need y'all, boy. If you a flyer out there, they gonna need y'all because they gonna need somebody.
I still say you put 30 pounds of muscle on him.
It's over.
Oh yeah.
And I hope it happens.
You can't.
I hope it happens. And unfortunately,
no doubt about it.
He with the Spurs, and we probably will never win shit ever again.
But the thing about the Spurs, you got probably the best coach.
You put Trae Young with him, and it's over.
Right.
Get somebody
that's what I was gonna say. You give him
somebody who will shoot that bitch or throw the lob every time, one of the two.
Oh my God, bro!
Like, can you imagine a pick and roll with him and Trae Young?
Please, I don't want it to happen.
Oh my God!
Trae Young supposed to be coming to us, right?
Trae Young will be
Lakers.
Trae Young will be Tony Parker.
Come do that with AD, Trae Young. You can do that with AD.
Tony Parker with more turnovers.
Come do that with AD, man. Come do that with AD.
And I'm a Portland fan. I would love to see Trae Young in San Antonio.
Man, I want to see Trae Young. I really don't want to see Trae Young in Lakers, but I definitely want to see
him in San Antonio. Do you know what will happen? Man, shit.
Send Westbrook to San Antonio.
No.
I see that. He
off the bench, but I'm talking about like Trae Young at the start. Shit.
Oh, that's gonna be too much.
See, my thought is because you got Pop, you can send just about anybody there.
No, Pop don't accept this.
No, I'm just saying if you can try to send just about anybody there. If he's not in Pop system, then he's not gonna play.
Nah,
I think if you can't send anybody.
No, I'm talking about as far as Westbrook. If you send Westbrook there,
Westsbrook and Pop will get along.
They love each other. Them two.
Yeah, because Westbrook will die for every loose ball. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And Pop want that type of energy. You know what I mean?
He would turn that team. I think Westbrook would turn that team up. Matter of fact, go get Westbrook and Trae Young. You're right. Go get Westbrook and Trae Young.
I think San Antonio need a good veteran.
Oh, yeah. Russ. Shit, Russ had a triple-double the other day. He started.
I want him to get his start
16,
back.
15.
He's not. Only reason why he's not starting because they got James Harden on that team right now, and I feel like he was ready to revive a little bit of his career.
I would have rather kept him than James Harden.
I think they should keep him in James Harden. They should send James Harden to San Antonio.
James Harden's a black hole.
They should send James Harden to San Antonio, but the Pop gonna be like, cancel that.
Oh yeah, Pop don't want shit to do with James.
Pop don't want to see that James Harden.
At some point, you got to take responsibility for being in 7 damn teams in the last few years. It's you, man.
No,
it's definitely you.
Well, it was Daryl Moore too.
It was a lot of politics in his ways of trying to get to the team that he wanted to be on. They were sending him to bullshit. Like you said, these owners don't give a fuck about you, and you act like you complain or anything, and they gonna be like, well, can you send me over here? I'd rather play over here. You think I'm gonna send you to Brooklyn? I don't want to play Brooklyn. We'll go to Philly. I don't want to play in Philly. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of those teams he was getting sent to.
No, he wanted to go to Philly from the jump. He didn't want to go to Brooklyn, but they.
I feel like that was an option. I feel like they gave him these are your options, motherfucker, and you gonna pick one. And he probably said, well, at least I go pick a big boy down there. He got a little game because it was the media talking about it.
Yeah, he was trying to get to Philly with Daryl Moore when Daryl Moore first left Houston, but Houston wouldn't trade him to Philly because Daryl Moore had just left, so they sent him to Brooklyn.
So what changed? Playing with Embiid?
No, he was supposed to. He wanted to go with Embiid from the jump. Brooklyn was just a layover because the Rockets would not trade him to Philly because Daryl Moore left the Rockets to work for Philly.
No, I'm talking about why he's not on Philly. Why he left Philly?
Oh, because Daryl Moore wouldn't resign him to the max after promising him that in the offseason before. So he took a pay cut in order for them to re-sign Tobias Harris. So there
you go. So you can't really blame James Harden. It's just unfortunate that he's not on the teams that he's supposed to be on because these GMs or these owners is not allowing it to be. And we look at it like, damn, you jumping team to team. James Harden, you need to stay on one team. You killing all these teams you leave me because they sending all they players away to get you there. Then you leave. But at the end of the day, like you said, it's politics. It's that money. It's them checks. I don't care where I play at. I want that money. I want that bag. And you ain't about to see. I'm James Harden, and I don't got but so many years left in me. I'm not about to settle for that. I'm gonna go over here and play. I don't care what the media. I don't care what the fans say about me. I'm gonna go over here and play over here. Whoever gonna pay me. And so, is the Clippers gonna give him their money?
Do you think that statement, "I'm James Harden," means as much now as it used to?
No.
No. That's what I'm saying. He knew that. He knew because, like I said, he's ready. He's at the end of his years. He can't get no more good contracts like that. But at the end of the day, I still see James Harden on somebody's team for the next 4 years and making an impact.
You said 4?
I think he got 4 more years because he's a jump shooter. He got a nice
don't
jump
see
shooter.
it.
If he settled, if you can put him away from the ball and you can get another point guard to bring the ball to the court and have James Harden just sitting there in that corner, James Harden is still a good 3-point shooter.
2 years at the most.
Well,
When you think about that OKC team, what it could have been.
Yeah.
I
But
mean,
they
that
kept
shit's
Ibaka.
bad,
What the
man.
fuck?
what it could
They
have
kept
been.
Ibaka.
But James Harden wanted the money, man. He
But
wanted some more money.
they kept. If they would have just let Ibaka go, they could have signed
And
James.
They thought they couldn't find another Ibaka.
Well, they played by the antiquated style of you need a big man and a 3 and a 4 and all that shit. And it's like, man, you got Kevin Durant, Harden, and Westbrook,
They should have kept that.
and Steven Adams. Like, you don't need a
You don't
Ibaka.
need a Ibaka. They didn't know that. So
Put KD at the 4 and get to the
They
bread.
could have definitely drafted somebody to replace Ibaka, man. I would have sent Ibaka up out of there, man.
Portland.
And kept James Harden because that team right there with y'all, especially after going to the finals. The finals, OKC. You know, Seattle SuperSonics. When did they go to the finals?
96.
Against the Lakers.
You know what I'm saying?
96.
it was
No, I
a-
guess,
they-
instead of the
Oh, it's Super Sonic.
Yeah.
My
You know what I'm
bad.
saying? They just got this franchise from a franchise that only went to the finals about one goddamn time.
Oh no, they went in 77 to 79 too. They lost in 77 and won in
It was
79.
a lot of periods of times where they weren't doing shit. And I'm pretty sure they should have seen that blueprint and said, yo, when we get there and we finally got something to get us there, we need to keep it because we might not get there. Because the franchise we just got this team from, they was getting there and they never went back for a long periods of times. So we know we got to keep this. But unfortunately, they saw that and didn't do shit. They let these players go and to send James Harden, especially in that prime James Harden, to open up what he did with Houston. And to have a point guard that you don't mind not scoring, and you had a guy who, man, y'all messed that all up because they really would have came back the next year and they kind of would have upset it. They would have upset LeBron James.
So we looking at all of the tiebreaker scenarios. So as of right now, Oklahoma City has the top seed in the West, and we're trying to figure out exactly what needs to happen in order for them to secure the top seed. So hold on, give us 1 second. But in the meantime, while we're looking it up, what's some of your greatest Kobe stories or memories, man?
Oh man, shout out to Bean, man. Shout out to the Bean. My greatest Kobe stories start at an early age because just standing up and sneaking back and turning that TV on. I grew up on the East Coast, so you know what I'm saying, to catch a Laker game, to catch a Kobe game, you gotta stay up because he in that late night game. That game coming on at you know what I'm saying, 10 o'clock, and I gotta go to school in the morning. You know what I'm saying, but at the end of the day, I ain't missing no Kobe games. So my greatest Kobe memory is a memory that I didn't get to witness. I didn't get to witness because of the fact that I fell asleep. I fell asleep during the Toronto game when he scored 81 points. I remember staying up for that game and watching us lose. I remember us losing bad to Toronto. I think we was down like 20, 30 points. And I'm like, man, I'm about to stay up and miss this darn goal. I'm about to stay up and be sleepy as hell in the morning for school.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I'm like, man, I might as well go to sleep, man. We lose against Toronto,
Was
man.
it January 22nd, 2006?
Yeah, man. Oh, God, man. I was like, man, fuck this. I'm going to bed, man. I'm going to bed. And I woke up the next morning, didn't turn on ESPN like I usually do in the morning, and I didn't see that we won. I went to school that day, and all the kids, they know I'm a diehard Kobe fan. They know I'm a Laker fan, so they already like, they coming to me. They coming to me like, did you see it? Did you see it? I'm like, man, what you talking about? Why you so hyped? Why you so hyped? What you talking about? You ain't seen it? said, what you talking about? We took an L last night. We was getting dogged by the Toronto. And for them to tell me, bro, you just missed the greatest game of your life.
Because it was mostly mid-range in the second half, too.
Mostly mid-ranges. He just worked that. He worked the clock down. He worked that. He just kept on doing what he supposed to do. He got in his bag. Cause I went back and watched Sports Center and seen all the highlights. I said, yo, he just murdered that team with just steady pace and just mid-ranges. He worked the clock down. He worked them down. It was a good defensive game too. It was definitely locking up, and that's what people sleep on Kobe defense. Kobe definitely was locking up because Jalen, man, I swear to God, he shut Jalen down. He shut who else was the one of those guards that was playing? It was Jalen Rose. I want to say was Stephen A. Smith on that team too.
Nah, Mo Pete. Said Stephen A.
Smith.
That's Stephen A. That's Stephen A. I get Stephen A. Smith.
You got the American call to sit here, Trace City, and call me a Toronto Raptor.
Damn, anybody would have got that word. It was my boy, what's Smitty?
Steve Smith. Nah,
Smith.
he was Toronto?
Yeah, he was on Toronto that year too, I think.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. And all them guards was getting worked. All them guards.
I know Mo Pete was on the floor. Mo Peterson.
Man, and it is to see Kobe working like that, man. That was one of my greatest moments. Was missing of the greatest moments in NBA history for him scoring 81 points. And then I had to after doing like the rest of the school day. I started lying and saying, yeah. I started telling other people, you ain't see the game. You ain't see the 81 points. Oh, but you missed it. You missed it. You missed knowing damn well I ain't seen shit either my damn self. But I couldn't. I knew too many people gonna come to me and giving me this Kobe story because I was such a diehard Kobe fan. I used to basically go on a bus and I'm just talking about the games that y'all just seen last night. Y'all seen Kobe do this. Y'all seen Kobe do that. Y'all seen Kobe dunk on bruh. And even with Shaq, but it was mostly just Kobe. I was a Kobe Bean fan for a long given time, and I lost a lot of sleep. I think I almost flunked out of school because of Kobe. Trying to stay up and watch those damn games and can't stay up in class. I'm nodding off until lunch period. I can get some nourishments in me. I'm nodding off and all trying to catch Kobe Bryant play and make money. And I was messing up my way to make money one day. Didn't know it.
So let me ask you this, and I'll tie it all in a second. What do you think about Doc Rivers as a coach?
Man, y'all. I'd say Doc is I don't want to say a good coach, but I say he's a stern coach, and I say certain teams actually need a stubborn, stern coach that is not gonna really fall into you being the superstar that you are. I really feel like he's a star. He's a superstar coach, and you see when you have a coach LeBron, you really. Like, look what they're doing to Darvin Ham right now. Darvin Ham is not a superstar coach.
He resigned, didn't he?
Huh?
Didn't he resign?
No.
Was that a joke?
No, that's a joke. It's a joke.
Yeah.
But they praying on it, I guess, because they see that when you come to these superstars, if you can't really control them, they will make you look bad as a coach. They will make you look very bad as a coach, man. And I think Doc Rivers is one of those coaches where he really takes control over those guys for a certain period of time until one of those guys say, you know what, Doc, you doing too much. We ain't winning. Fuck it, I'm gonna go against the grain. And then that's when Doc ended up getting fired because you see he's starting to lose his team. But in the beginning of Doc, when he comes on the team, he really takes full control over that organization, over that locker room. You can see the stern coaching that he puts into the room.
I think Doc is absolute trash.
I know y'all do. I know we talked about it.
Super trash. Yeah, and that's why I'm bringing it back up. Because if it weren't for that one ring in 2008,
yeah,
Doc would be Bill Fitch. You know what I'm saying? Or like one of those coaches that you like, who? And it's like, exactly, like, Doc is horrible, bro. Like, the fact that the Bucks are like, what, 18 and 21 since he got there, and they were 30 and 13 before.
Boy.
Like, I don't understand who Doc got the dirt on, but I wish he would give me some of the dirt so I can get me a job and hang around in the NBA 30 years past when I'm supposed to walk away from the game because, like...
No, man. You got to give me...
What did you think about Doc as a player? Did you ever see Doc?
Yeah, I remember him. I remember him in...
Atlanta.
I remember in Atlanta. I remember him in New York coming off the bench, and then I remember him getting sent to the Clippers. I had a couple of different Glenn Rivers basketball cards.
That's his name?
Yeah, Glenn Rivers.
Glenn Rivers?
Yeah.
Doc's name was Glenn?
Yeah, but Doc was nice in college, though, from what they said. Marquette. That's his claim to fame originally.
He was a Marquette.
Yeah.
No, y'all probably defensive too.
Yeah. So,
Defensive man.
but he won't like. They always talk that shit about 80s and defense, man. Them niggas getting wore out, and ain't nobody have no moves. Like, you know what I'm saying?
They ain't have it. They ain't have the capability of doing it, but they definitely had
The game was so much slower. It was, you know what I'm saying? It's like the same thing with like TV. Back then, there weren't but 3 channels, so you know it's a lot easier to control the network and control the thoughts of people because there weren't so many platforms and mediums. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But as a player, I thought Doc was subpar.
Did we miss something? Saying something bad about the Spurs?
Yeah,
Did we say something? Gary just said we not gonna talk bad about the Spurs.
I hate the
don't
Spurs,
recall
Gary.
saying
Gary,
anything bad
Gary.
just now.
Oh no, Trey was saying he didn't want to see.
I don't want to see Spurs win shit.
Yeah,
That's
Trey,
what I've been
he
saying.
wants to see Trey
I'm
Young.
an advocate on Spurs hate on here, Gary. So and look, you call in and get hung up on. I'm telling you right now. I don't care. I don't care nothing about the Spurs. Just fuck Tim Duncan to this day. I hate him.
Ooh, now you gonna get
I hate
called
him.
now.
I hate him. I hate Tim
Gary
Duncan.
puts Tim Duncan. He admits that Tim's not the GOAT, but he should be in the GOAT.
He should be in the conversation.
Tim Duncan
He
should definitely be in GOAT
He
talk.
should be in the
He
conversation.
should be.
yeah.
He definitely should be in
Yeah,
the GOAT.
yeah.
There's no way he could ever be the GOAT, but he should. His name should come up.
No,
Absolutely.
His name should definitely come up.
Yeah, he definitely.
He changed the game.
For what they say about Steph and quote unquote LeBron's era, you could say the same thing about Tim and Kobe's era.
Yeah.
Look what Joker is doing right now with the slow paced game, and we hate it so much. But if you look at Tim Duncan, the only thing Tim Duncan want to do is bring that ball up the court.
I love it. Like I like Jokic's game.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. A lot of people do. But and when Tim Duncan was doing it, that slow pace, that slow ball, that
Oh yeah, they called it boring.
That's
call it
fundamental,
balling.
though. No, that's
Fundamental.
fundamental balling.
that's
Yeah,
fundamental bottom,
but-
and that's what Joker is doing. Joker is really he's taking
No,
his
Joker's
time.
just lazy as fuck.
Nah,
But what it is, they pick you apart with both ways. Like you said,
Yeah.
they play that slow pace with Jokic, and then fucking around Jamal Murray played a new era, and then Aaron Gordon.
the Spurs did that.
Yeah, Aaron
Tony
Gordon.
Parker.
Exactly. Yeah,
Mhm.
Aaron Gordon sitting in the dunker spot. That's all the difference. Aaron Gordon more athletic than anybody in the Spurs.
Well, where they using Porter right now, Porter Jr. That's Bowen in the corner,
or Robert Horry. Yeah.
or Robert Horry in the corner.
Yeah.
And who is their coach? Wait a minute, who is their coach?
Mike Malone.
Mike Malone, was he under Popovich?
I know he was under Doc, ironically.
Was he under Pop? Is he under Pop? Because he is kind of. I'm looking at this offense now. As we
I
say
think
it
they
out
do.
loud.
I think they do run the Spurs offense, but I don't think he was under Doc. He might have. I mean, because his dad was Brendan Malone, who was the defensive minded, basically the mastermind behind the Detroit Chuck Daly defense of the '80s. Let's see, did he work for Doc? The Knicks, the Cavs, the Warriors. No,
Nope.
but that Warriors is from the Doc Street because
That's coach.
yeah, no, it was Nasir Kerr. What's it called? Because he was there with Mark Jackson.
Mark Jackson.
But not there. But is it Bob Meyer that used to work at San Antonio? One of the people from Golden State come from San Antonio though, from that front office. But I mean, even still, man, it's a certain way that's considered the right way to play the game, and no matter where you pick it up at or for who you pick it up from, you know what I mean. If you play the game the right way, it's going to translate. Okay, no, I saw what it was. It was Cleveland. He used to coach. I forgot he was LeBron and a coach with Mike Brown, and Mike Brown is from the Popovich. So that's what the connection is.
He's picking up something, man.
But it's because Mike Malone was LeBron coach, one of the LeBron coaches in was it like 07 or 09? What, you might pull that back up one more time, G.
Yeah, right. The way this team is being
05 to 10. Yeah, that's Mike Brown era.
Mike Brown era. Yep.
And Mike Brown, that's how the
And
the
then
Spurs,
being with Steve Kerr.
but that's how the Spurs. Yeah, that's how the Spurs swept. What's it called? Robert Horry said that they were basically like Mike Brown didn't even switch up the terminology when he was calling out the plays because he was a pop assistant.
Wow.
So when they played him in 07, they running basically all San Antonio plays against him. That's how they knew
Pop
exactly.
out here getting whooped by his kids out here, boy. His
At the time, the Pop was whooping his kids.
Yeah,
Beat the shit out of Mike Brown.
I know he was. All of them.
Smoked his ass.
Smoking them. But he losing his talent right now, and as soon as he get his time up. But do he got enough years in him to stay in there strong?
I hope so, but he's 74, so we don't Father Time undefeated.
But he don't get mad no more. He don't really get too excited. He on the bench right now.
Shit, they 21-60. There you get hype about the after party. You get smacked.
I think he gonna stay at least enough years to see Wemby become Wemby. I think that's what's keeping him on the game now.
I think he was already gone until they got that number one pick.
Right.
Yeah, they got that one pick. He was like, wait a minute, hold on. I'll stay. Wait a minute, hold on. He closed the door. He like, I'll see y'all later. And they said, number one. He's like, wait a minute.
So did y'all see any of the Rashad McCants and Raymond Felton back and forth?
What's that, UNC shit?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be mad too.
It wasn't a whole lot to it for real. Basically, Rashad McCants had been saying that there was a lot of foul play going on at this time in UNC.
Yeah.
And so Raymond Felton went on the Theo Pinson podcast.
I mean, you gonna do that.
And was like, yo, man, this man saved our life. Like, he rode with us. We rode with you when you was on some bullshit, and he rode with us. So for you to throw all of us under the bus, we collectively respect you. We don't got no smoke with you. Mm-hmm. But just keep our name out your equation going forward. You can talk about the team on your end from your standpoint, but you don't speak for us. And I agree with that, even though I didn't really take too much issue with Rashad McCants saying, because it was the majority of it was first person. So just describing what he felt or what have you. But in the same token, man, I don't really like to see a lot of public tension between former teammates and shit, man. Like,
they must don't talk.
They
must don't talking, bro.
Have a conversation behind the scenes and just leave that shit alone.
They must don't. They must already have beef. They must was already beefing in the locker room. For Raymond to see him say that and say, you know what, bro, McKenna always talking that shit. You know what, bro, hold on.
But that's what I said.
Give my phone. Give my phone.
The interviewers always bring that shit up. So you know what I'm saying? Like, I think they brought it up just trying to get them to clear the air, and
or they knew it was some air.
Well, yeah. Well, he said
that was a good. Maybe it was a good. You know what I'm saying? A good
sound bite. Yeah, sound bite. But he was saying basically, it's like, yo, I don't have no smoke with him. I wish him the best, but I just don't agree with what he's saying, and I appreciate it if, you know, he don't attach us to his opinion, because that don't speak for the rest of the team. I think that's fair.
Respectfully.
Yeah, I think that's fair at the end of the day.
I love it. Beef. I love the beef for UNC beef. I love it. That's a doogie. That's a doogie. I'm here for it.
Yeah.
That's a doogie. I need for all y'all to start talking junk about each other. You got to break the whole thing up. Yeah. Jordan needs to talk some shit about James Worthy.
Yeah. Well, if they go back that far, it's just Johnny Dawkins talking to his damn self. Because y'all ain't got nobody from back then other than Johnny Dawkins. Like, before Leitner, you know what I'm saying? Trash
ass. Over here.
Trash ass Duke. No, everybody hates Leitner, trust me. Even Duke. Like, y'all love him, but y'all hate him.
Man, because he wasn't what he supposed to be.
Nah, that man was everything. Like,
why?
I don't know why they never liked Chris Leitner.
I didn't get to.
Because he was white and arrogant and let you know it, and just represented everything you couldn't stand about white privilege.
So why did they not play him in the NBA?
He wasn't good enough. He wasn't good enough to play. Like, he was decent in the NBA the first couple years. Keep it real. When he was in Atlanta at first, he was alright. But athleticism, man. Like, the league is about being an athlete first.
He wasn't a good shooter. Yeah,
he was a good shooter. He just was slow.
Think part of the reason, I think some of the league was upset that he made the Olympic team. That he was part of that dream team.
Yep.
And he took away a space.
He should have been there. He should have been there.
You think
so? They do it all great.
At the time, they had transitioned from out the college ranks, and it was the first time they put a pro team together. They still needed a college representative.
What was wrong with Shaquille?
Shaq was not that, like, do y'all not remember Shaq in college?
What?
Yeah, I remember Shaq in college. Shaq was dominant in college.
Strong as fuck. He just didn't. You want him? You see, that's the same thing about Bronny.
His Shaq's last year. Now, man, his sophomore year, you know, he was sitting next to, you know, Jackson Stanley Roberts. That senior year or that junior year that he, you know, that Shaq was dominant.
But y'all look at Bronny right now, and y'all look at his stats, but y'all don't look at the game. Y'all look at the game.
Do you remember what Leitner did to Shaq?
He had Duke.
I mean,
I was an all recruit team.
I mean, I'm just saying, out of the people they could have chose, Leitner probably wouldn't have been my choice. I'd have put Alonzo. I mean, not Alonzo. I'd have put Morton before him. I'd have put Shaq before him.
Leitner.
So Shaq could have been on that team?
Shaq couldn't
have. The same year.
Shaq couldn't have been on that team, in my opinion, because for 3 reasons. One.
Oh, wait a minute now.
One, Shaq was not developed offensively enough to be who he became, not even that next year. Now, if you talk 94 Shaq, yeah, Leitner should have had a seat. But in 91, 92,
But they usually
Leitner was the best player in that like possible or available from the college ranks, and it won't close.
But they usually, I think maybe that's why they do it to this day, is make sure when they do pick that one college kid that is the best of that year when they ready to go to the Olympics, I think they make sure they pick the one that's gonna get drafted number one. If he gonna come over there and not
Shaq got drafted first.
Exactly. That's
Yeah,
why
but-
they made a mistake the first time. They'll never make it again.
But I
That's
don't-
why AD was allowed to come on the team when he was able to come with the boys and Kobe and them.
But I don't. But AD was in the league though.
AD won in the league. He
That was
was fresh out of Kentucky.
yeah. But I'm saying he won't going back to school. He was on his way into the draft. That same
On
year.
to the draft and won that Chris Lake. Chris Lake was still in college when he went on that team.
Well, he was going his way to the draft.
To the draft. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. That they
But-
do that. They make sure now. After
Oh,
Christian
that's the
Lake
number
did,
one.
They make sure he's the number one draft because they didn't. Christian Lake wasn't the number one draft pick.
But
he was third.
But AD was not.
Projected to be number one.
He was projected to be number one, but AD was not who AD became when he went either.
Yeah, he was too small.
No kid will be. No kid.
No,
in
I'm not talking
college.
about from a kid. What I'm saying is like AD was more along the lines of Marcus Camby, is who they thought he was going to be coming into it. Christian Laettner should have been, based on athletic ability and talent and career to that point, the number one player that year. Shaq was being drafted off of what they expected him to do next, not what he had already done.
Number one prospect. That's what the number one prospect is.
But Laettner was already proven, and his game the first 2 or 3 years translated.
That's like saying.
And I'm a diehard Carolina guy.
There's a good possibility.
I hate, like, I got out the car and pissed on the sign of Duke. My right-handed guard, I did.
Oh my lord.
Fuck Duke. I hate Duke.
But that's like saying like right now we got Caden Clark. Caden Clark is the best college player right now in the draft for the women.
Is she?
I was about to say the same
The
thing.
winner on paper, just like the Christian Laettner.
No, she's the best scorer.
Scorer.
She's not the best.
Is she the
player.
best? Exactly. So that's why Shaq got drafted over him.
Laettner was the best player. He had won. He was in the Final Four all 4 years in college, if I'm not mistaken, 2 championships.
So she be number one draft pick. So Christian Laettner should have been number one draft. That's what you're saying.
Kayla Clark never won shit. Christian Laettner won twice.
Yeah, well, Caden Clark would have won twice. If she,
Woulda, coulda, shoulda.
That's like saying
Didn't.
LeBron would have won 6 times.
No,
I mean,
if Caden Clark would have been on a Duke team this year, she would have won it.
a Duke. All right.
No, if she'd have been a Duke girl, with those Duke
She couldn't have been a Duke girl.
Draft pick. Why she couldn't have been a Duke girl?
She couldn't have been a Duke girl.
She could have went to Duke.
If she would have went to Duke, they would have lost in the second round.
Yeah, I'm going to sit here and say that I give Caitlin Clark all the credit. I think she is one of the most dynamic scorers. She will pull it off from anything, but her is defense. She's going to hurt whatever team she goes on because she does not play defense, and she's not going to be able to be the same person.
No.
Playing a bunch of 18-year-olds, and that's what
you're not gonna have to worry about her so much playing defense because she's gonna be on a team full of defensive girls. She's ready to go
Indiana?
She's ready to go to a team full of athletes. You got the South Carolina girl.
Yeah, you got Boston there.
Boston there. She a man. What you mean? Boston can't wait for you to come in there paint for her to put that body on your.
Oh no, she's gonna be good. I'm gonna give that.
Yeah, so she got this. What I'm saying. You got a shooter now. Kayla Clark was around when she was playing on that Iowa team. Man, it was nobody around her. No defense, barely another shooter. So you got her going to a team where she's gonna be playing amongst. I don't think we ain't seen Kayla Clark on an all-black team. Imagine Kayla Clark she ready to go to a team with a whole bunch of black girls that can ball out, and she the shooter.
And those same black girls the same teams on the other side go have black girls.
Right.
That Kayla Clark
it's gonna help
can't
Kayla
check.
Clark out. It's gonna help
But
Kayla Clark out. She's a shooter.
But she can't check them though.
Can they check her?
But when you spending so much time on the defensive end for real, especially your first 2 years in the league, all that offensive shit, like, it dissipates.
I don't know. If she's shooting from the logo every time she shoot, there ain't no checking.
Bro.
And we got defense. Now we got my girl. I got my girl. Now you got to score on me.
Kayla Clark will average under 20 this year.
I got Kayla Clark averaging about 18.
Yeah.
I feel like she's gonna shoot. I feel like she's gonna shoot though. She gonna shoot.
She can shoot.
I say 14 and 5.
I see. Hey, look, the way she shoot from how far she shoot from, but she
ain't gonna get that shit off like that in the league, bro.
NBA range is no, boy NBA range. She supposed to shoot NBA range.
Caitlin was able to. Well, not Caitlin. They were able to show how to defend Caitlin.
And that's what I'm saying. Like she got shut down like that. And granted, I get it. In the college championship, she tied.
She gonna have help now.
Nah.
But we talking about the WNBA where these women been playing ball for years, and these aggressive.
And she not the only. She gonna be the rookie. She gonna have veterans.
And she
on her
gonna get
team
slammed to the ground and all, bro. It's a different game. She gonna get mad.
I'm not putting anything away from her. I think she's gonna have a great season, but I don't think
she gonna have a great career. I don't think she gonna have a great first season though.
I think she is going to be. I think she's going to be a all-star in the WNBA.
I
just don't think she's going to be the
first year.
I agree with that.
So she's a first year all star. Yeah. Well, she only be a first year all star to the votes. That's politics.
Yeah. Let me do this real quick. Back on the we got a couple messages back on the Shaq statement. Gary states, and it makes sense. The Olympic team had both Dave and Patrick Ewing, so Shaq wasn't needed. I mean, but in all honesty, Christian Laettner wasn't needed.
But he was, though, from the standpoint of you go have somebody from college. Okay,
Christian played like 5 minutes in the whole Olympics.
No, I tell you this. Yeah, look at it this way.
I think paid
look at it this way. If you got the 2007 Florida Gators and you putting together a pro team, but you need one person from that Florida team to represent college, you're not gonna put Cam Newton over Tebow. And that's who Shaq and Christian Laettner were at that time.
Okay. Huh? I see what you're trying to say.
Christian Laettner was Tebow, but Cam Newton.
When Cam was still in Florida,
yeah,
that's who Shaq was. Potential, had the ability to surpass him in a little bit. But he won't there yet.
So I don't agree with that.
So you say
I mean I don't agree with the Shaq was all potential his last year.
No, neither was Cam Newton. But what I'm saying is that following year when Cam went to Auburn, or that following year Shaq rookie year, the gap was so much greater that at that point you couldn't justify making that statement. But 1 year prior, it makes perfect sense because when you're looking at it.
But I think that's because of LSU and Duke. I think that's what that was because it's you looked at a different stage when you're in that blue.
And if the NFL was,
I think Shaq just progressed that much. I think Shaq game was more built for the NBA at the time than it was for college. And Christian Laettner was quintessential for the growth of the game in college. Like, you know what I'm saying?
If the NFL did the Olympics, they would have definitely put Tim Tebow on that roster to be a third string quarterback.
Before they would have put Cam Newton.
Before they picked Cam Newton.
And that's what I'm saying. From that standpoint is where I see, you know what I mean, the importance of Christian Laettner.
All right, so I also got one more that kind of doesn't fit in what we were talking about, but it's still talking about that Olympic team. Gary's idea is that Chris Mullin shouldn't have been on there. He should have put in Isaiah Thomas.
Chris Mullin.
Isaiah, and I'm one of the biggest Zeke fans I know. Zeke couldn't have been on that team either. There's no way. They did not get along. And
it's fuck that get along shit.
But it's deeper than when you talk about building a team chemistry.
Going out of the country.
Yeah, if you got 12 people on the team and 5 people genuinely don't like this one person.
They would have loved to like each other when
they would have won without them.
But that's what the whole thing is about. It's like the Mighty Ducks, you know what I'm saying? That's like the you know what I'm saying? One of my favorite sports movies back in the day. It's like when you put those kids together, they don't like each other. But when you get into these games and as a sports, as being as an athlete, and when you playing amongst your brothers and stuff like that, when it's us against y'all, it's like the camaraderie somehow comes out of nowhere. And I really would have loved to see what blossom out of a defensive guy like Isaiah Thomas beside Jordan, and them boys would have looked at each other and was like, you know what? As much as I hate you, dog. We locked them motherfucking foreigners up tonight, didn't it?
But that's overkill. You didn't need it for one. Then two, like if
we did need as fans, we needed to see that.
Need Isaiah on that team.
That's a good picture to see. Them boys locking up Isaiah locking up with Pippen and Jordan. Come on now, we man, I think we wanted to see that. The bad boys, a new type of bad boys.
Nah.
Yeah.
You're looking for a storybook ending.
A storybook ending,
Nah,
and
that's not what that was
yeah,
about.
it could. I ain't saying it's not. It's definitely not what it.
It won't.
Obviously, it wasn't what it was about because
Yeah.
they went with the opposite.
It wasn't right for Jordan to get him kicked off the team.
Exactly, you let Jordan.
Allegedly.
Nah, it was.
No, it was Jordan. It was Jordan all day.
It wasn't fair for Jordan to get him kicked off the team.
Yeah.
But like I can say, I'm one of the biggest Zeke fans I know. Zeke don't fit that team, in my opinion.
I feel like he did. I really do.
And I'm not crazy about Chris Mullin being on there, but you have to have somebody white in addition to Bird in the event if Bird back wouldn't allow them to travel. So what better?
Did they do that? Did they do that now to this day? They try to get because who was on the
What,
Olympic team? They weren't supposed to be on the
that-
team this year. They was on that team this year. There was a Caucasian.
No, there's nobody on this.
No,
year's
I don't think they could do it at this point. Gordon Hayward might have been the last person
They threw in there.
that could have gotten to that point.
Look on the
but-
roster. Look on the roster.
Yeah,
Look on the
I
roster.
don't even know if they got the final 3 spots.
No, I'm talking about from last year, the one they lost. The one they lost from last year, the win
20.
the Olympic team. Who they,
20,
the
20,
kids they was putting on there, they just putting on there just because you can't go over here without you.
Was it 2020?
I thought they won in 2020.
Nah, it was-
they did win because Kevin Durant won the gold.
It was last year was
That was the world. That was the world.
World
That
Cup.
wasn't the Olympics.
Oh.
That was the world. So that was 22, right?
Okay, yeah. Okay, some of the world.
22.
The one they just.
Oh,
lost.
one they just
some of
lost,
the
yeah.
FIBA team.
Yeah.
The reason why we had to put together the team we got to put together. Hold on, give us a second, guys. We over here doing our little Google search for y'all because I want y'all to get a little chuckle with me. But
What's that? Anthony Edwards and them.
yeah, Anthony Edwards and them. Yeah, that squad was rough.
Okay.
Let me see. Look, yeah, that's when you get on there. Who
Oh.
the hell is that? Who the hell is that? And that's when we found Austin Reeves though. They did establish Austin Reeves, but to put him on this team for this year, understanding who Austin Reeves is, but to put him on this team this year, yo,
This was Austin's coming out.
But
I guess it was a Laker thing because he didn't deserve this position. I'm a Laker fan,
but that's the Christian Laettner effect.
bruh. He didn't even do the
Oh,
college.
scroll down,
Though. He
about
didn't
to
even,
say.
Austin Reeves
There it
wasn't
is,
even
right
that good in college though.
Oh, scroll down. Oh yeah. All right, Halliburton, Hart, Ingram, Jackson Jr., Walker Kessler. That's the Laettner. and Austin Reeves is Chris Mullin.
Walker Kessler don't even look like he American. Walker
He
Kessler
don't.
look like he from.
He looked like he joking.
He look
Yeah.
like he got a joker in him.
Yeah.
With that last name too, we gotta check his birth certificate, man. How he get over there, man? How he get over
Check
there?
his chromatic makeup.
And
He was
you know,
weird.
Atlanta.
you know damn well who we could put in that position right now. There was a young cat that could.
But he can ball to Walker Kessler. Utah.
Well,
He be hooping.
He can ball, but I can also find you 8 balls. This balling better than him.
But that's the Laettner effect, though.
But this
Get the greatest white guy available at the time. The
Laettner effect is the greatest college kid. The greatest college kid at that time.
Well, they stopped putting the college kids on it.
Because look, that's how he got in here. That's how Orlando power forward got in there. Because he was
Paolo.
Paolo was the college kid coming into the league, and they let him come over there for his first time.
But like I said, the number one draft
The number
pick.
one draft pick. So
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. They always take a number one draft pick and bring him over there, even if he ain't
Okay,
ready or not.
so Joe Harris was on the Olympic team. Like,
Joe Harris was on the Olympic team.
yeah, that's
Look
the,
and see, they just. That's what I'm saying.
that's the
They
white
just,
effect.
They just bring him over there. They could have left Joe over there. And look, well,
Mason
Mason Plumlee could have came.
Nah, he trash as shit.
But no, he's a
Duke,
good.
Duke
Euro,
trash.
you want a good guy who can block shots. And
Duke trash.
Give her athletic and stuff like
Duke
that.
trash. Fuck.
But Joe Harris, look, you can go to every roster. I'm trying to tell you, they're gonna be one that you said we can't go over here without him. We can't go over here without him. I'm pretty sure he's the one they send to the radio stations to do all the good talking and everything like that for the NBA and take a picture with this guy right here.
But yeah, like I said, it's always at least some level of politics in every form of athletics. So
Man, take the politics out of it, man. So
because you got to think, shit. If it was just based on athletic ability, man, we all know somebody that we used to be around.
Imagine the game though, if you just drafted and send the best of the best, and not who.
Well, let's keep it on the local level. Like, imagine if the best kids in your high school were the ones that actually all played ball.
Man, we'd have got some championships.
I mean, it's at least one kid in every school who was nice as a bitch that could.
Stay out of trouble.
or couldn't stay healthy, or there was something like.
They couldn't stop selling drugs.
Gee, I know we touched on this last week when we brought up Kimmy, man. But who were some of the other athletes from your era that you remember that were like legendary, man? Or not even just from your era, just period. Like some of the, because it's so many names for real. Like, and we'll never be able to cover it all in one segment. But like, name some of the other people that you can remember, like, you know, that were hella fat athletes. It don't even matter what sport. Oh, I can name some. I can start
go
up.
ahead. You gonna have to. 'Cause like I said, everybody I named the last time with Carlos and Kendrick and Milton and like I said, Kenny Harris. If we're talking different football, if we talk football too, like Jeremy, played for Huguenot.
Yeah.
That nigga Craig Hall. Other than that, I mean, you know, there was a lot, but I don't know. We had some people that made it to the league. We had some people that should have made it to the league.
I mean, cause shit, I think back in my time, see, Dave Terrell, Dave made it to the league. Mike Robinson made it to the league. I'll tell you who I think was the best athlete that I've ever seen with my eyes. And I'm not biased because his grandma grew up around the way. He grew up around his grandma's way, which is around my way. But goddamn Cordell Roan.
I heard that name.
Oh my God.
Roan.
Cordell.
Is it called Roan?
Yeah, I mean, some people might refer to him as Roan. Cordell, shit, man. Like, all that shit that Vic was doing down 757, for me anyway, like, I used to see Cordell do, like, before we even knew who the fuck a Vic was, like, Cordell was special, man. Cordell could play football, basketball, tennis, like, literally anything that involved any type of athletics from, like, shit, maybe first grade on, man. That man was just light years better than all us, like, and it won't close. Like, by the time he was in 5th grade, I was in 3rd. This motherfucker was all world, bro. Like, I mean, when I say all world, I'm talking about, like, he was Bo Jackson Tecmo Bowl fast for us. You know what I'm saying? Like, Cordell was like a creative player, for real. On some real shit. Like, if you ask me to name one athlete from my time that I think is the superior athlete, I'm going to say Cordell. And a lot of people would say between Jonathan Hargett and Deron Ferguson. And both of those guys were phenomenal, like spectacular, especially D. Ferg. You know, one of the best running backs the state of Virginia, Commonwealth of Virginia has ever seen. But Cordell Roan, shit, man. Cordell played for quarterback for Verona right before Mike Robinson. And he went to University of Richmond and then wound up going to, finished up at Union. Man, but shit, man.
They missed him. They just missed him.
I don't even really know exactly what
transpired.
Yeah, like, I mean, you know, like I said, I was close enough where I heard rumors and shit, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, Cordell was always a great guy, great character guy. The story that was told to me, and, you know, I hope he don't mind me saying this on air, was that a young white lady, a classmate of his, spit on him and called him a nigga, and he reacted. And I don't think he actually smacked the young lady. I think he might have, like, grabbed her arm or something because she had her finger in his face. It was something to that effect. And that wound up getting him kicked out of the University of Richmond, from what I understand or remember. And from there, that's when things kind of like, because shit, he was projected to possibly be a gadget guy in the league, from what I remember hearing. Like I said, it's all 20, almost 25 years ago. So if I got parts of the story incorrect, you know, charge it to the game. But like, Cordell, in my opinion, could have been like how people looked at Cordell Stewart. He was that at the same time on the lower level. You know what I'm saying? Just could do anything on any field at any moment, man. Like, he might be the one person for me. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got their one person, but Cordell is that one guy for me that I would put, like, he was some shit that I had never imagined.
I got some guys out there, man. Just it's hard to separate as far as like who's the one of the greatest guys I've seen. You gotta listen. There's a lot of kids, but it's also just like putting them in that realm is you just like, you never know what they would have done if they would have got the opportunity to get to the league. You know what I'm saying? And there's so many guys I even played with that I knew they had the the talent, they had the speed, they had the agility, they had the ups, they had the game, and it just certain coachings or certain opportunities just don't go their way, and it's really that's why they coaches tell these kids on these teams that this is a lottery game, but y'all playing, man. Everybody not gonna make it. You can look at the next man beside you. He might not be here with you tomorrow. You know what I'm saying, like that, and it really just it. I don't know, man. I'm trying to think of. I got a few players in my head right now.
I'll tell you what, real quick. While you ponder that, we will pay some more bills, and we'll get back and we'll name some more people. We'll be right back on Who You Got.
Who You Got? I'm trying to think, man. I'm trying to put together my fucking head. I know my boy. I got a few people that that died.
That's crazy, man. Cordell used to be tight. I ain't gonna say tight. We was real cool at one point. I don't know. I mean, we seemed to be alright, like. So it ain't even no bias to it. He just the best motherfucker I ever seen, bro. Like, that motherfucker was special, bro. Like, special. Like, oh my God, Cordell was the shit.
I feel like I remember that. I heard that name around somewhere.
He went to Union, played for Verona. Cordell graduated in '98.
Played for Verona.
Yeah, like he was right there, right before Michael Robinson. Mike Robb played for Seattle. Seahawks.
Yeah, I know.
Played fullback. Yeah.
Was he like?
But he played quarterback in college. Who? Cordell?
Yeah.
6 even. Cordell used to hoop too. Cordell.
He's a hoop.
Yeah, he'll dunk on your ass in a minute.
This something I feel like I remember him from hooping. When you threw me off with the football, I feel like I remember him from hooping.
Probably so he balled everywhere, but that motherfucker was like Iverson and Vic combined, but like just you know what I'm saying. Like I mean. He wasn't as good at basketball as Iverson, but he was close enough that it was like, this motherfucker is a two-sport phenom.
He had braids?
No, he got locks now, but I don't know. I mean, if he had braids, they was little as a bitch. He ain't never like, he wasn't no long braids type guy.
I used to think he used to have some people around the mill. I used to live around Hunter's Mill. I think he used to be around there a lot growing up.
Y'all ready?
Yeah, we back, man. It was just I was just reminiscing, man, about Cordell. I hate to keep talking about it, but man, this motherfucker used to play, throw it up and run and hold the ball for like 30 minutes because couldn't nobody tackle him or catch him. Like he would just be running back and forth. It's like, man, we gonna do something else, man. You play this shit by yourself, then we go hoop.
Shout out to them legendary hood dudes.
Oh
man.
my God, man.
Shout out to the ones that didn't even just sign up on the list. They didn't even put their name on the paper.
Oh yeah, if he showed up, we arguing over who gonna pick him first.
Yeah, what in the world?
He had to be a captain.
He had to be a captain. Automatic captain. You got the guys in neighborhoods.
When you automatic captain. Yeah, you somebody special.
You pick who you want to be on your team.
Yeah, if you automatic captain, every time you you gotta be all time QB. If you the same age as the kids you playing with, and they make you all time QB.
Yeah,
because they know you so much of an advantage. You can't be on neither team.
They don't want you to get hurt. They don't want you to get hurt because you actually doing real good shit out here.
That's when you special.
I used to I had a few moments of growing up. I remember coming from the distance, and they'd see me, and they already playing, and they'd be like, "Oh, stop the game!
Yeah.
No, start over!
Yeah.
Start over! No,
Yeah.
talk about!
Yeah.
Start over! No! I got Trey! You know,
You was that guy.
That's the best confidence you coming in when you like, what's up? And you walking all slow and everything. Like, I don't even gonna play today like that.
Start tying your shoes up all slow.
Start tying your shoes up all slow. Who playing? Who y'all got? Who you got?
That's just bringing back memory with me. Like when we used to ball. Like I said, we used to play basketball all the time. We used to roll deep.
Yeah.
Everybody would hop in our car, my brother's car, and we would have 5 with us.
Yeah.
We would just pull up at a place. That was us.
Absolutely.
They saw us coming.
Absolutely.
And they just knew that, okay.
Absolutely.
It's their court now. It's their
absolutely.
Court.
Yeah. Shout out to my boys in Halifax. I had a group of boys. We used to go to a park in town, and we used to just shut that bitch down. We'll call each other up in the morning, and we'll just meet up at the house, and we'll walk to this court every Saturday. And literally, whoever out there gonna get this work, and then they start looking for us to come out there, like, cause we was one of those group of kids that it was like majority of us out of the 5, 3 of us couldn't make the team all the time, and it was like for some reason we kept on getting cut, but we would take our anger out on the guys that made the team. Like, yo, meet us at the park, yo. If y'all like that, meet us at the park. And we would bust their ass the whole goddamn time. Like, this is why we should be on the team. But we knew that our group of boys that I used to hang out with, we was troublemakers a little bit sometimes. So we knew why we didn't make the team. But at the same time, we knew we can get busy with anybody on the team.
So in my 20s, we still would hoop from time to time and shit. And my younger brother played for the 03 Highland Springs championship team. Shout out to my brother Tony.
Yeah.
My dad's son. And that's my same brother that went to Clemson playing football. My brother's 6'7", 6'8", like 3 and some change, big motherfucker. So imagine we go to open gym, right? Bad enough I'm already rolling in there with this guy that's 6'7". He just happened to be best friends with Andre Ingram. I don't know if you know Andre. Yeah. So you know who Dre is. Okay, you remember a couple years back the Lakers called up the guy that was from Richmond. Okay. That's Andre.
Andre Ingram. Yeah, I know what you're saying. I thought you were talking about somebody like your age. Or
oh yeah.
like,
well, Dre a couple years behind me.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, Dre 38. Dre 38 if I remember correctly. Mm-hmm. So imagine you rolling up and you got Andre, and if you know Dre is one of the most quiet, unassuming, just gracious to be here. Like, I mean, he like. Exactly, literally, like Dre embodies the purity of what everybody strives for in Christianity. Like, no bullshit. Dre is an awesome guy, man. Shout out to Dre.
Shout out to the teacher,
but
baby.
you pull up with Dre, and like I said, Dre quiet, he unassuming. I mean, you can see he an athlete, but you don't think this motherfucker is like that.
Like that.
I mean, you just get past him. Like, all I had to do is inbound the ball. Like, we're going to 16. You good for 14 with Dre by himself. That's just...
Talk the most junk on the team, and you that's when you come and talk really the most junk.
Like Drake could just drop 6 2-pointers and 2 layups real quick, like, cause nobody can stay in front of him.
Get you out of there.
Like, he's shooting over the chair. Your hand means nothing. Like,
hand down, man down.
It means nothing. Like, as soon as he touch it, he letting it go, and his draws. Like, when I say draws, I'm talking about like. That bitch ain't touching the net. I mean, the rim, like, it's only touching the bottom of the net.
Yeah.
I think most people don't realize that the worst NBA player is still better than just about everybody else.
Everybody. Like, and he would come in this and just light shit up on the low. Like, you know what I mean? Like, so, I remember us pulling up to, like, 5-on-5s and shit. Like, we'll be like, hey, man, Dre coming today. He in the offseason, ain't it? Like, tell him come get some work real quick so we ain't got to do shit. Man, there'll be other cats out there that can really hoop. Like, we talking like Jamal Flemings and, you know, all those guys from right around your era.
Oh, yeah.
Like, and so they would just have battles, man.
Shout out to my boy Xavier Perrin, my boy Sage Reed, all them boys out there. Jarvis Trent. We got a whole bunch of boys out there, man.
I would just sit and just let all, like, I just get a couple offensive rebounds and kick it back out. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm the utility guy at 5'9" because everybody else can do it. I mean, these guys can dunk one hand, 2 hands, backwards, sideways, however you want it.
Just throw it up.
And I can't do none of that shit. You know what I'm saying? and I can shoot a little bit, but I can't shoot to the likes of Dre and them. So I'm just inbounding the ball. You know, I got a couple of fouls and maybe 2 in the passing lane steals. You know, I'm just doing all of the small.
I'm talking so much trash.
I'm like 5'9" Boris Diaw out there. Like, I'm just a system guy. You know what I mean?
I walk in there with some type of person like that. Just know we about to come in here and I'm gonna be the most vocal person. Probably gonna have 2 points.
Oh yeah.
I'll be the most vocal, boy. Y'all trash. I ain't beat us yet, but you ain't beat us yet though. But how much you got? Don't worry about how much I got. How many wins I got?
So have you ever been cut from a team?
Yeah, man. I've been, man. Boy, I swear to God, boy. Shout out to all them coaches that didn't understand. They just didn't understand. It's mostly my basketball career. Is when I got like when I went to that paper and didn't see my name on that list. And I was like, yo, then you'll see the, you know what I'm saying? You'll be like, yo, what the hell did I do wrong? What the fuck did I do wrong? Because I know goddamn well I'm supposed to be on this damn team right here. So, yeah, shout out to we had a 9th grade team. And my physical, I got my physical late. And, you know, you get the physical late, you have rush in there on the second tryout. You think you were ready to come in here. And he got all these kids that been here since the first day. And you think you will come in here, you going to turn your shit in late. You better be spectacular. and you so nervous because you like, man, I want to show out, and I want to show that I you know what I'm saying, I belong on this team, and I ain't mean to miss the first day, but you're very, very nervous. So I remember going out there, getting in the layup line. I'm fresh out the car, trying to rush in here, handing my note, trying to blend in. I get in the layup line, I chunk a layup. I'm like, oh shit, get warmed up, Trey, get warmed up. But you don't got, doing tryouts, you don't got that much fuck ups.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You really have to, everything you do, you have to make yourself memorable. You know what I'm saying? From the coach's access, so many kids in here, you really got to stand out. So, yeah, I got cut so many damn times and trying to basically stand out or just being overlooked because there's so many other kids. And, yeah, I definitely got cut. I done got cut to the point where it's like, Jordan got cut, and so I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna be all right. Everybody get that speech, give that kid that speech. Jordan got cut too. All right, but Jordan's different. I don't know who coached to cut Jordan. I don't know what Jordan looked like that year.
Lane in high school.
Yeah, I don't know what Jordan looked like that year. I don't know what I don't know what he did. I don't know what transpired on the layup line. But if he got cut, and that's what you do, tell all the kids to get them motivated to come back and do it again. It's like Jordan didn't got cut, man, so you can do it. I just told my nephew that other day here, man, because he is an awesome talent, but he just transferred to the school and he really didn't get his stuff established in there yet with the coaches and everything like that. So he really didn't stand out too much. And coaches really want to see your fundamentals when it comes to trying out. They know they got athletes and this and that. So they really stop you. They'll tell you, we don't want nobody dunking on the court now. Nobody dunk. All right, no dunks today. So they feel like, yo, coach, that's what I do, though. That's how I stand out. If I come through this lane and pin it through my legs and dunk it, I know you're going to notice and I'm going to shut this gym down. But they kind of keep you from doing that so you can really see the fundamentals of the kid and everything like that. So I told my nephew, I said, man, no matter what, man, just stay focused, stay in the gym. And no matter what, you know what I'm saying, as long as you come out there and do what you got to do next year, it's going to be your turn. So, yeah, I got cut.
What about you, G?
It's gonna sound arrogant, but no.
Oh, man.
But I take that back. My mom made sure that me and my brother were always playing sports. So we grew up in like Churchill, we played baseball.
Okay.
The first year I ever played baseball, I sat the bench. And I vowed I would never go. It was just, I felt like I shouldn't have.
Yeah.
Even though I knew I wasn't that good. But by the time I got into, because we went to the city. I went to school, and not the city, in Henrico. So, I mean, I never played any organized sports until I got into high school. And high school, I played football just because I wanted to play basketball. I played football to keep me in shape for basketball. Okay. So my freshman year in football, I never got cut, but I didn't start like the first half of the season. But every other sport I played from 9th grade on, I never got cut. And honestly, this is gonna sound arrogant. I started every time I played. Like I was starting. Oh shit! I started basketball. I started football. Like it's just always been my thing. We love sports. That was how we were brought up. It just plus you're looking at me. I'm back in the day. I was a big dude considering now. Like now, if I played high school ball, I would be like a small guard. Yeah. When I was in high school,
power forward.
Shit, I was center.
Oh shit.
Shout out to Henrico High, but at the time, I was always the tallest nigga there. Yeah. And I'm looking at 6 feet. In the 9th grade, I was probably like 6 feet. And I was the biggest dude on the court.
Yeah,
now,
that's crazy.
It's just ridiculous.
Yeah,
I know for a fact, and I say this all the time. I know for a fact. Mainly because I don't have the goals or like that anymore. I would not make any high school in the way I was back then. I would not make any high school team now. It's ridiculous. I got through with my size. Yeah. My size mean nothing to the team, to the players now.
Yeah, I think it's more relationship based anyway now. When it comes to high school athletics.
Really?
So I think if you had the connections, you might still could have got your foot.
And it's also the talent around you.
Right. It's a huge talent difference.
It's a huge talent difference. I go to certain schools, and like my nephew got cut from the team last year. He was at a school that was already had a great squad. They had a lot of guys coming back from that last year. But I definitely know if I'd have took his ass and say, yo, I'm gonna take you to this other high school right here across town, that I know they definitely need you. He would have started and been the leading scorer on the team.
That happened to me. Well, first off, I didn't get cut in middle school, and it's weird because in 6th grade, I made the basketball team at Albert Hill because I was such a great actor in the eyes of the coach. He had some weird shit, right? So Mr. Beard, the great Mr. Beard, legendary Mr. Beard from Battery Park, was our middle school coach at Albert Hill. And he also ran the drama department. So it was a cat named Al. I'll never forget this. A shout out to Al Sheldon. Al from Runaway. Al was light years better than me. I mean, it wasn't close. Like I wasn't even good enough to be Al direct backup. Like on some real shit. Like they should have just had me on the team as an equipment manager for real. Like and just told me, hey, look, we know you can hoop, but just come help us watch these jerseys and. You know what I'm saying? Especially 6th grade. I was 4'9",
God damn,
125 pounds, and struggling to breathe with asthma issues. So like I was, you know what I'm saying? Like I could have kept the books for the basketball team for real. But Mr. Beard said, "Nah, we gonna put a jersey on you, son. Come on, Morton."
That's what's up.
Because he loved me. That was my guy. You know what I'm saying? So then 8th grade, I actually get picked up for real, and I still wasn't good enough to start or no shit. You know what I mean? But I knew the game, you know what I mean? So in my mind I was like a Mark Jackson type point guard where it's like I'm 5'9", but I'm a Sam Cassell, I'm gonna back your ass down. Like I played like I was 6'4". Barkley was one of my favorite players, and all my brothers were way bigger than me, so my little brothers at that. So when I got to TJ, I'm thinking, all right, shit, I got a shot or what have you. And like I told the story probably twice already. Coach Chuck Johnson hated my fucking guts, and I got cut 10th and 11th grade. In 11th grade, it was so bad. He said, brother, there's no point in you even putting on it. As long as I'm part of the athletic department, brother, you would never wear a Thomas Jefferson jersey.
Totally that shit.
And it's just like, and it helped me in hindsight because, like I said, I made all-state district chorus that year with the high school score in state history.
He said you on the right path.
Yeah, but that feeling of, like I said, I really, in my mind, I thought I played enough lockdown defense to get me 11th spot on the roster. Like, I ain't need with 2 games. I just wanted to put the jersey on.
You said you have was it older brother or younger brother?
Younger brother.
Okay, so I was like, with me, one of my things is because I had an older brother.
No, that's always a help.
That's always a big deal. You have an older brother.
Well, I had uncles that were close in age to me.
That's
like
true.
my uncle, my youngest uncle is only 5 years older than me.
So it's a legacy. Some of these schools have legacies, and
but none of them. But like my older 2 uncles, they were okay at football on some round the way shit, but TJ in the late 80s and early 90s was so like historically trashed that there was no athletic prowess that really came from that. I mean, there was some talented guys. Like I got a lot of
historically trash is crazy.
No bullshit. Like Hugh and I beat them 73-0 and took them off the schedule. And then John Marshall that year, Smyree was putting up all those numbers and shit. John Marshall beat them 76-6, I think it might have been 94. Like, yeah, when I say historically trash, I mean TJ. Shout out to the West End. Y'all know I love hometown, but
we know y'all historically trash to this day.
No, they're better now. Now TJ football, they done came a long way.
Football came a long way
in the last 10 years, but no, TJ basketball always been above average. So no, not the basketball team, but the football team. Shit, the most athletic niggas was in the band. Especially when I was there.
But you know, back in your time, I don't know why in 2003s and 2004s and 2002s.
Trey, I'm a little older than that. I was out of school by 2000.
But I'm going down the line, 2001, and I guess y'all was the leading up to it. It used to have athletic guys on that band, on that drum line. You can have guys. The
tuba section should have been the offensive line. The drum line was your skill players. You had a couple of possible running backs, definitely 2 or 3 linebackers.
To be in the band back then.
Man, so many women in the all the dance girls and majorettes and shit.
Oh my God,
man, them girls used to be tough as shit in them little.
Shout out to my old brother. He played the choir in the band, man. He used to be.
You already know the band was full of like,
he had me thinking about it. I was like, man, maybe I should be in the band. God damn.
And I used to transpose the music, so I really did nothing for it. I remember one game, they asked me to do the field show with the xylophone because I played piano and shit a little bit. So like, hey man, can you just take the mallets and kind of fuck around and see if we come up with. So how the fuck am I supposed to march with a xylophone? Like I'm like trying to do. That's the stupidest shit. But
I've never heard a high school band before.
What?
I've never heard, because I've never went to a high school game since I quit, since I stopped playing. And every other time I'm in the field house, I've never heard a high school band. I've heard, and it's weird when you think about it. Like I've heard people tell us that you're again, Henrico. When I went to Henrico, it was more of a European school.
Yeah.
I've heard people, clown us about it, but I also know a lot of people in the band.
I went to Henrico my 9th grade year, and the band was the shit.
Yeah,
and that was 97. So yeah, the band was the shit when I was there.
You was my brother. Yeah.
But it was I've never experienced that, and I feel like I missed out on something. I've never experienced that.
Yeah, it's a dope experience. Yeah, you used to go to band competitions and shit on the weekends. It used to be fun, man.
Shout out to all the bands out there.
Meet a lot of different chicks from a lot of different schools.
My God.
Oh my God! And then if you somebody in one band. Oh, never mind. We'll talk about
What you say? No, stop now. Because I know them band meets be crazy. Y'all be loose. That bus be loose.
In band camp? One time in band camp?
I had a girlfriend.
Those stories are true.
I had a girlfriend in high school that was on the dance team. And I don't know how I got on the bus. They was going to a band meet. And I was able to go with them and blend in and everything like that. So yeah, shout out to that bus ride.
Yeah, you had fun like a bitch.
Yeah, boy, I said, boy,
riding on that dark ass highway.
Oh, I love that. That was the best time. My mama gave me permission to go. She didn't even know.
Wear gloves to conceal the smell.
Oh my God, Lord, that bus used to wide open.
Yeah.
So man, y'all need to, especially I know college. Shout out to all the college.
Oh, I couldn't even imagine it, college.
Man, in college, I knew that could be crazy. That's a whole nother.
So you know how they hold the women up? They put the thumb right there, and she rests the meat right there on the thumb when they lift them up.
She rests the meat right there.
Yeah, so
you don't want that bitch to slip and to slide in. Yeah, you got her.
Yeah, but you got to keep that part of the thumb. Yeah.
Oh, I know that never feel great to her.
Yeah, so she rested right there.
Oh man,
and that's
we didn't know that. I should have been in band, boy.
Yeah,
shout out to all
that's competitive cheerleading.
Shout out to all the male cheerleaders out there.
Everybody think on a big game.
Them niggas hold a hand.
Male cheerleaders be smile like a motherfucker. That's why they so happy.
Yeah,
they so happy.
Holding a handful of muff on goddamn ESPN.
Especially the one, there's only one on the team. The ratio, when the ratio is he just surrounded by all levels.
And he got them both up.
Yeah.
The rest of that monkey on his knuckles.
But shout out to a coach that'll send you to band. But he just send you to band to not get cut off the football or basketball team to get sent to band is crazy.
Oh, hey, I'm trying to tell you, I had some of the best times of my life getting cut from athletics.
And I had the same incident with one of my football coaches. He became the basketball coach, and this is one that he was the offensive lineman position coach at the time, and he didn't know shit about basketball. But during that time, if you set the job, you set the job.
You need that stipend,
You need that stipend, anybody that take it. So I used to pick on this dude because he was a big guy and everything like that, and I was a kid, and I'm a comedian, so I'm always being the funny nigga in the locker room and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. So I get on players, I get on coaches, a head coach, anybody get this work, all right? Because I'm on here, I know my real true talent is, and it's him telling jokes. Mm-hmm. I knew for an early age, I just couldn't do it while I was in school. I could have, but I had the right, parents. Anyway, yeah, but being on that team, I used to light the offensive line coach up, and when he finally got the job for JV, and I'm talking about as soon as I had the JV coach, we was already in works. I was ready to be on the team. He ended up getting a promotion to a better high school to be the high school coach over there, and they promoted this man to be the head coach. And I swear to God, he remembered every last joke I had from him.
Oh yeah, I
didn't even know he memorized every last joke. He memorized every last little joke. I mean, I had a lot of jokes. He looked me dead in my eyes and said, "Yeah, you ain't gonna be on this team." I said, "What you talking about? You focus on football. Don't worry about basketball."
Oh,
I said,
man.
"What you talking about, bro?" I'm looking at the locker room. I said, "They need me this year. What you talking about, bro? You need me this year because you don't know nothing about basketball." He said, "There you go. You still joking." I said, "I'm like, I'm being true. I was one of those kids, man. I speak my mind. I tell the truth." I said, "You don't know nothing about basketball. You better knew about being an offensive line coach. Because look at what offensive line did last year." Oh, he said, "Yeah, you really ain't playing." I said, Why do I pick my mouth on my foot every time?"
Because you're a comedian.
Yeah, exactly. I literally told what was on my mind, and I did make the team that year. So I got cut for actually talking too much. And they knew. All my boys was mad at me that year. They was like, God damn, Trey, the fuck.
Let me backtrack real quick because I hate to do that. I hate to mention some comments and don't mention them all.
Oh no, mention them all.
I must have missed this one. We were talking about. I think Trey brought up Mighty Ducks or something like that.
Best movie all time.
Well, the comment was Mighty Ducks 2 is one of the greatest sports movies ever.
I'll give you that too. Definitely.
I've never seen either.
Was Mighty Ducks? Was that Charlie Sheen?
No, it was
Emilio
Estevez. Yeah. I think I might have seen one.
Man, that thing.
Which one had Kenan Thompson?
That was 2 and 3, I think.
Okay.
Was he in 1? No, because they recruited him. He was one of the black kids. He got recruited. I think it was definitely 2. Definitely 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it wasn't really no black. It was one black kid on the team the first year.
There's always at least one.
Yeah, then they had 2. Then the next year, it was like, all right, we doing something now. And he was the cool kid. He was they picked up Kenan Thomas from the hood and bung him on a hockey team. He was playing street hockey with some rollerblades on.
Okay.
It was like, you want to play hockey, young boy? He's like, shit.
I was say because I don't know too many brothers escape.
Yeah.
Well, the person who sent this message is an avid hockey fan. Shout out to Bus Driver. He's
that's
avid.
I think that's regional too, because in Detroit, like the Red Wings are a very big deal up there. So
you grew up around ice. I'm pretty sure there's some black kids that grew up around some ice and they learned how to swim in the ice. And I want to see more black people take up hockey too, man. Because I really feel like with our speed, with our strength, and we can get out there and go to work.
Well, one of the things he said is it's a very expensive sport to keep up.
I would imagine so. Yeah.
Imagine it, and but you're right, because in this era, but I don't know, man. I want to invest. I might have to see if I can get some hockey kids one day, man, and see if I can make an ANU hockey team go up here. Some of these states, they ain't.
You trying to get lynched?
Yeah. It would be a good movie, though. It'd be a good movie.
It'd be a good movie.
In your honor and memory.
Yeah. It's one of those movies. At the end of the movie, they'll have your name and like what happened to you.
The bus get pulled over. They're like, look, hey, the whole movie was going good.
Nothing but love for you.
What y'all some sort of singing group?
Yeah. So go ahead and sing, man.
Sing, boy.
Go ahead and sing, man. Boy, we a hockey team. They say they're a hockey team.
Sing anyway, boy.
My God.
All y'all sing and dance. But hey, so in honor of OJ, before we get out of here, not honor, but for some people, because some people might not feel it's a respectful thing to honor, but.
Man,
here we
on this podcast, we honor OJ. Fuck him.
We can respect the dead.
Respecting OJ on here, baby.
Who is the greatest running back of all time?
Ooh, the first person that came to my mind was Damon Thomas. I don't know why that he popped up first in my head, but watching give me, because I look, LT when he was chasing those records, man. Yeah, it was so special, bro, watching that man, bro, get into the end zone over and over again and doing that teardrop. Man, just watching him getting through that line, that small stature that he was. LT was was a great in that era when he was chasing those records, to break those records. That we ready to talk about the greatest running backs of all time, and then you start looking at the top list of who holds the most touchdowns or who holds the most scrimmage yards. LT is gonna be up there. He's gonna be on those lists and stuff like that. But between him and watching motherfucking goddamn Adrian Peterson throw people off him and how he ran with the rock, between them two, I don't know, bro.
You're right. Age difference. It makes a difference. Ironically, because we just talking about Bus Driver, you can't go wrong with Barry Sanders. You just can't.
He's my favorite running back of all time.
He's not my favorite. I think he's the greatest. My favorite running back will always be Sweetness. Just watching him will always be Sweetness. I think Walter Payton was the greatest.
I didn't get to see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember very little bit about Walter Payton, but I do remember he was amazing.
He always kept his feet going. That was I remember in playing football.
Chop your feet, chop your feet.
The coaches yell, "Chop your feet, chop your feet." And the one thing I always noticed about Walter Payton is he always kept his feet going.
Yeah, it was almost impossible to hit him one-on-one.
It was. You would, I don't know. Like I'm the same. He's the type of person that you're gonna get hurt trying to hit him.
Okay.
Kind of like the Henry now, but not as Henry was.
Walter's
not that big.
Yeah.
But he will run over you.
I say for me, I'm right there with you. Barry Sanders probably is the greatest that I remember or that I've seen. It's so many though, man.
He's definitely a GOAT. Emmitt Smith.
It's so many. I hate Dallas more than I can give Emmett credit for anything. So although I know Emmett was great,
It was great, bro.
Shit, Tony was great.
Who was
Dorsett.
Tony
Dorsett.
Yeah. And it's like I said, it's like a
What
whole.
about Sean Alexander?
Yeah, he underrated.
He's underrated. He was
Yeah.
a smooth
Yeah,
Cadillac.
he underrated.
He was a smooth Cadillac. Them elbow pads, I think it threw everybody off.
Yeah, awkward and corny, but
You
he
gotta get Eric Dickerson, man. If you think
Eric
of,
Dickerson.
oh my God,
it's so many. That's why I said
Yeah.
it's so many, man. Yeah.
Ricky Williams.
ED running high as a bitch.
Can I give Ricky Williams the early Ricky Williams his due respect? How he changed the game and how he
Shit,
ran.
let's be real. Most people don't give this Most people don't give this person credit. Riggins, to me,
John Riggins.
John Riggins was a beast.
Yeah,
Shit, yeah.
but more fullback, I would have.
Yeah, he was a fullback, yeah.
must have more him and All
Him
Star.
and Mike Allstott.
Mike
Mike
Allstott,
Allstott run through you.
The fullback definitely a lost art in football, man.
I don't think they needed too much.
I don't know, man. I think
Because they don't play. Everything is more. Everything.
Spread.
Spread
Now
offense,
you don't. They don't.
They
They
don't
don't.
jam it through everybody's gut no more.
Run it down their throat like
Yeah.
my
yeah, I
coach
must
used
say,
to
like,
always say.
line up in the old school eye and just
But the
power
old school
eye.
eye is gone. When next time you seen an old school eye?
Yeah.
If you see a formation of old school eye right now, I think they probably would do all right though.
Yeah, but I think they try. I've seen people try to run like a pistol, like shotgun kind of
They
variation.
always gonna audible that man out there, that fullback.
Man, like I said, that old school.
They gonna audible him. He gonna be a slot before they're gonna play over.
That old school eye formation though.
Yeah, my coach ran about 30 plays back to back from that position. I said, Coach, throw the ball at least one time. This is me on the sideline talking. Coach, at least throw it one time. I see the cornerback. He's so used to you running the play, but he over here talking to his friends on the sideline. Coach, your wide receiver could have ran past him. He know we not running. He know we not throwing the ball, Coach.
Yeah.
Shut up, boy. Shut up. You ain't no coach. All right, okay, we gonna lose today.
And that's another thing, man. When coaches can't listen to the players, man, I think you're doing a disservice as a coach.
They act like it's at your age. I knew a lot about football. I really did. I knew the game thoroughly at a young age. My dad definitely taught me the game.
Yeah.
Young age.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about, and like you said, these coaches would look at you like you're just a kid. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
I didn't know anything about any. I didn't play any organized sports. Like I said, I was in baseball until I was in high school.
Yeah.
I didn't know what I'm fucking high school playing football. I didn't know what a 4-4 was. I didn't know what a 4-6. They were like, get into a 4-6. I'm looking to see what everybody else do. I didn't know. I didn't know any type of man or I just didn't know it.
Yeah.
So I mean, I think you have to respect the coach. The coach is there for a reason. I think that is why I answered your other question about Doc Rivers. I think Doc allowed the players. That's why I think Doc Rivers, other than this Milwaukee fiasco, Doc Rivers usually did good that first couple months.
Yeah, that's what Trey was saying. That's what Trey was saying. Start off strong.
Start off strong because the players respected him. But by the end of the year, he felt that he could do what the hell he wanted.
If they don't have a winning record, he lost.
The crazy thing is, Doc was at the damn press conference 2 weeks into the season talking about he ready for vacation. Like, not only 2 weeks into the season, this year, 2 weeks into his tenure. Yeah. So they already 3 months into the league, and goddamn, it's probably like the end of December, beginning of January.
I don't understand why that was done.
They called Doc.
But the wild shit is
Giannis?
like, nah, but probably Giannis, but Doc was the consultant for Adrian Griffin.
That's
and then they fired him, and they fired.
Might as well go get him then.
Yeah,
they heard him talking to him too much. Who you talking to on that phone?
So Adrian, what you want to do is you want to get people get Giannis on a back screen, and then we're going to see if we can get Dame in an action where he's able to come off the pick and roll and pull up from like 35 feet, and we're just going to hope that works.
And Gene walked in the room and he said, "Who that on the phone? Who that phone? Oh, that's just Doc Rivers." Yeah, okay.
Well, I was telling Adrian what to do the other day, and he didn't really want to seem to follow along what we were saying. So
you don't say.
I think we're going to just probably go in a different direction.
Okay. Hey, Doc, hey, what's your, you got the same number? You still got the same number, Doc?
Just give me a call in about an hour. I'll figure something out.
Yeah, okay. Hey, can you see
That
me?
man said he was going over. He was ready to go on vacation during the All-Star break. Like, nigga, you just got here 2 weeks ago and y'all 5-5.
Doc said y'all called me, man. I was at home chilling. I didn't even get to go on vacation.
Yeah, Doc was.
Doc probably said I was planning on vacation. Then y'all called me. Then I had to take this job. Then my wife is mad at me because she like, so we still ain't going to Cabo? No, we still ain't going to Cabo. I gotta coach these motherfuckers to a championship.
And it's weird because like I said, he came in that motherfucker like from playing, not playing. He was doing the commentary. Yeah, and he like what? He walked there for 2 months.
Yeah.
So they moved Mark Jackson all the way on ESPN. I mean on ABC to bring in Doc, and then Doc leave 2 weeks afterwards.
Mark Jackson has to be
Sick of Doc shit.
no, just sick of the NBA period.
But you know he got traded for Doc the first time.
Yeah.
And then they brought him back after like he realized Doc wasn't who they thought he was.
Doc probably like, man, you know what? I mean, Phil Jackson probably like, man, you know what, man? I'm gonna pray on it. I'm gonna pray on it.
Yeah.
He, as long as I make my money, as long as I still hear my voice on TV, do they still let him commentate?
Nah, he on Cam and and the network
he
now.
been commentating around too.
Well, yeah, that's what I said. They got rid of him for Doc, and then Doc left.
Wow.
Yeah, they got rid of him and Jeff Van Gundy after the finals.
Yeah.
Wow.
And they brought in Doc and Doris Burke.
Wow. They be crazy for that, brother.
So,
but we said
Mama, there goes that man.
Mama goes that man. Anyway, running backs though. Running back. We said coach, we were going. That's how we got into that rabbit hole just now. Back in the Doc rabbit hole.
Yeah.
We're gonna leave Doc alone this episode. We're gonna call this the episode Doc episode.
Man. Doc, man.
But running backs, man. Running backs like the I formation and stuff like that. Greatest running backs. So we name a few on top of the head. So give me your top 5. I want some top 5 running backs of all time.
Top 5 all
Who you
time.
got?
In no particular order. I feel like, just out of respect to my granddad, I gotta put Jim Brown in there.
Okay.
They all granddad love Jim Brown.
Jim Brown, OJ,
Jay.
Walter Payton, OJ, Walter Payton, 5 all time. I want to put Tecmo Bo in there. Just those couple years, bro, because Bo was, oh my God, Bo was something.
If he's special, I say, hey.
Bo, all right, that's 4. That's crazy. I don't even think I'm going to have one that played in the 2000s. Let's see.
You were watching old TV.
I got to put Adrian Peterson in there. That was my daddy's favorite running back of the modern era. Like, my daddy was hyped about him his freshman year at, we went to, not Nebraska, he went to Oklahoma. Yeah, his freshman year at Oklahoma, my dad was crazy. Hey, that boy right there, that's the one. Because apparently my dad was watching him in Texas in high school. Yeah. And was just saying that man was unreal. And I followed him pretty much his whole career. So, yeah, that would be my 5, I guess.
Top 5.
At least today.
Top 5.
My top 5s change every day, depending on how I feel.
Who you got, G?
Barry Sanders, Walter Payton, Eric Dickerson.
Mm-hmm.
I never was a Cowboy fan, but I got to give it to Emmitt Smith. And shit. Trying to think of somebody to update so I don't look as fucking old. But I can't.
It's
Oh my God, you can't.
It's hard, man.
It's hard. These boys broke them boys' records.
It's a different game.
They a different game. Them boys running too. They running too. But y'all ran a lot. And y'all record shit. Most of that was running back then. Them boys you named, all they did was run.
But with the emergence of, my bad, who you got?
No, y'all helping me because I can't think of another one. I want to say Adrian.
Just gonna say Adrian Peterson.
But I feel like it's a cop out because you just said it. Because I didn't think about him until you said it earlier.
He was a monster though.
So I'm gonna go with 4, and then if I think of something right during the time, I'll say something.
And LT is a fair. Lawrence, I don't even really. It ain't but one LT, and that's Lawrence Taylor.
Yeah, to me. When he said LT, I'm thinking, what are you talking about?
Yeah, LaDainian was cool, and he was talented as shit.
This is bothering.
I mean, spin off you, boy. That man running game was crazy.
Yeah, he was nice.
Marcus Allen, maybe.
Marcus Allen was
I was about to say Marshall Faulk, possibly.
He was a runner.
That's why I said it's
look,
a
no,
change.
it's mine now. I got mine. Don't take
Well,
mine.
technically, I ain't get my fifth one yet.
Yeah,
Go
you
ahead.
didn't. So I'm gonna go with Barry Sanders,
Uh-huh.
of course. Adrian Peterson. I'm gonna go with Marshall Faulk because that there go Marshall Faulk. When you played with Marshall Faulk on Madden,
Oh God.
oh my God.
He was like that at San Diego State too.
My
Though.
God, I'm whooping everybody's ass with them there going St. Louis Rams, boy. Marshall Faulk was unstoppable on Madden.
Catching out the back. You know who Marshall Faulk is? He's a better version, or he's the predecessor to Thurman Thomas. And I ain't saying it because of Buffalo bias, but if Thurman could have won one Super Bowl, Thurman would have been in my top 5 all time.
That's why I said, okay, Barry Sanders, Adrian Peterson, Marshall Faulk, the Damon Thomas, and my fifth is Adrian Peterson.
You said Adrian Peterson twice, didn't you?
That's
I
Adrian
think you
Peterson, right?
did, yeah.
Huh, I said Barry
You started
Sanders.
off with Adrian, I thought.
Oh, I did say Barry Sanders, Adrian Peterson, Marshall Faulk, the Damon Thomas, and then I'm gonna have to get. I really want to give my boy Ward Dunn, put my boy Ward Dunn in there, because my boy Ward Dunn used to be
In college.
In college, used to be crazy, but I'm gonna go ahead and put.
He was nice in the pro. He was nice in the pros
I'm gonna
too.
put the greatest running back in college for me that I ever seen in my lifetime.
Reggie.
Reggie motherfucking Bush.
Yeah, I can't
There's
argue.
no running
Yeah,
back that I ever
I
seen.
can't put him in pro though.
I can't put him in pro, but we said running backs.
Oh, okay.
We said greatest running backs of all time. We
Yeah,
didn't
college,
say-
yeah.
Yeah. So I got to get the greatest college running back of my time. I don't know about y'all. That's who I got.
Yeah,
That's
I
who
agree
I
with
got.
that. I agree with
when
that.
I remember seeing this boy. I'm glad I was alive to see it. I never seen nobody go across field, stop on a dime, go back across field. Oh, wait a minute, stop. On a dime, go back across field, spin off you, juke you. Go. I mean, I swear to God, but Reggie Bush was.
And I give you this to add to what you're saying. Outside of Bo Jackson on Tecmo Bowl, Reggie Bush is the best running back on any football game
I
ever.
remember on playing NCAA.
NCAA,
and
that
didn't
nigga
know
was-
who he fucking was.
He was Michael Jordan.
They
on
don't
that
have
bitch.
no names on there.
Just number 5.
Just number 5. And you had that number 5 behind what was it? Who was the quarterback? Carson Palmer? Who was
No, it was Matt Leinart.
Matt
Yeah.
Leinart. Oh, but he went.
Yeah, him and
Who was it?
Lindell White.
They had a wide receiver with them too, though.
Was it Mike Williams? If I'm not mistaken. But I know Lindell White was Mike Williams that played for Detroit was the receiver. But yeah, Lindell White was the other running back, and oh my God, they were thunder and lightning.
But that year you used Reggie Bush or you used number 10 on that orange team, and because he went off too on that game.
Vince Young, yeah.
he went. That was my game.
All right, hold on. I'm sorry, I didn't cut you off. If we're going back, I'm still in my top 5.
Oh yeah.
I don't think he's counted as one of the greatest, but this was like one of the first running backs I remember. Franco Harris. I just thought about that.
I would have put him as fullback in hindsight.
Yeah, I guess so.
A clutch player.
Because him, Jerome Bettis, I mean, even Ryan.
I was thinking Jerome Bettis. That's what made me think about Franco.
The bus. Shout out to the bus running through everybody. I'm talking about, I couldn't imagine playing a game against this big dude. The Rams bus was even crazier.
Yeah. People forget about that era.
Man, he went ham.
Okoye, what's it? Okoye? Christian Okoye?
Oh, Christian Okoye.
Yeah, Okoye.
Oh yeah, those 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
Now he the best.
God.
He the best Tecmo Super Bowl running back. Because on that game, the Nigerian Nightmare, you could not hit that guy 1-on-1. Until Atwater hit him coming through that hole and ended his goddamn career. He won't never the same running back after that play.
I know you didn't ask. Hardest hit player ever in the NFL.
Run it.
Hardest hitter?
Jack Tatum.
What you mean, Sean Taylor?
Sean Taylor.
All day. I seen him paralyzed. I feel like somebody was paralyzed on the sideline.
Sean Taylor and maybe Atwater and then.
Do you remember Jack Tatum highlights?
Nah, I don't remember seeing Jack Tatum.
I'm talking about the highlights. You ever seen the highlights when he used to for the Raiders used to catch people coming across the middle?
Yeah.
Those highlights.
Shit,
if you did that today, I'm talking about that shit is worse than Vontaze Burfict on goddamn AB. Now, Atwater probably got the most hard-hitting highlights. Sean Taylor might got some of the most polarizing. But all them guys from the Raiders team in them 70s, the young was the dude, Youngblood, I think the other guy.
They was killing motherfuckers. They had Shanks in their
Jack
pocket.
Youngblood? Jack Youngblood was
Oh, you might Pittsburgh. No, I'm sorry, not Youngblood. What was the other guy, man? It was another guy that played with the goddamn Raiders, man, with Madden Raiders, man.
Bob Sanders. He said Bob.
No,
No, with
Lyle
Matt.
Alzano.
He was on that team
Yeah.
too, but I was another cornerback or safety, somebody in that defensive backfield. Man, I'm talking about these people used to fucking hit, man. When I say hit,
One of the fathers was just saying Bob.
oh, Bob Sanders used to hit
Bob
too.
Sanders used to come downhill on your ass, boy, and fold you up. But I don't think he hit harder than Troy. I don't think he hit harder than Troy Polamalu.
See, everybody remember Sean Taylor killing the punter from Buffalo and
Right.
it
It
was
was
called.
that. It was that.
But
punter,
no, even in college,
But
though,
even
Sean
yeah,
Oh, no,
but
he
even
was
in
ass
college,
out, yeah.
He was
Absolutely, he was one of the
Superman hits.
But I think Atwater might got the most that I remember in my lifetime. But I'm like them highlights from that guy, what the fuck his name was, whatever his name was from the Raiders. Man, he used to smoke people, bro. I'm talking about like you come across that middle of the shit he was doing was illegal in some states off the football field.
I loved him. I missed them hits. They used to allow them to curl them up.
You can't do it now.
Yeah, you can't do it
No.
now. You can't pick them up and drill them into the ground. Man, y'all took the fun out of football, boy.
But Ronnie Lott used to give people that
Ronnie Lott.
work. God damn, he used to catch people.
A head fucking hunter. I'm thinking about during going like I said, Ray Lewis.
Ed Reed used to hit too.
Ray Lewis was a hitter to me. I see
Oh, yeah,
Ray
yeah.
Lewis fold guys.
And then the dude, I don't know why I can't think of his name, from Tampa Bay.
Brooks, Derrick
no.
Brooks. Oh, Warren
Warren
Sapp.
Sapp.
No.
Uh,
Shit.
John Lynch.
John Lynch.
Lynch.
Yeah.
Lynch.
Yeah, Lynch catch
John
your
Lynch
ass
will
too.
catch you too.
But
Broncos
still,
will
I
catch
mean, I know this is not the question. To me, the greatest NFL player of all time was still going to be LT. Our LT, not your LT. Lawrence Taylor.
It's hard to argue it.
Yeah.
Hard to argue it.
Coke is a hell of a drug.
Yeah, hard to argue. That man said he was buying up all the crack off the streets to stop the kids from doing it and selling it.
Hey
He
man,
told-
say one kid a day. Don't
he told
look
the
at me how I do it.
He
Don't-
told the
don't
judge
judge me.
that shit and got off.
Hey,
Got probation.
that was a good excuse. That was a good
And they
excuse.
said I'm buying all the crack off the streets so the kids ain't got no chance to do it.
One kid a day off his mama. I'm gonna do
God.
one line a day to save a kid. That's crazy.
That's
dedication. That's dedication.
That shit he did to Theismann is still the most gruesome hit ever.
But you look in that era, bro. It was so easy to fuck motherfuckers up like that. If you consider the
seen that
hardest
shit
hitter.
when you fuck
Yes.
that like that shit? Oh
Yes.
my god! that shit
And
is so-
I think I seen that with the commentator of, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
The NFL Hardwood commentator. Not,
Yeah.
That dude who talked, that voice he got, when he do your commentating on your joint, bro, it sounds so
Yeah.
epic.
But to
And it's-
watch him, it hurt. It hurt. I think Lawrence Taylor changed from that moment
Yeah,
on.
he was screaming like,
Yeah.
"Please get
Yeah,
it!" Like,
it hurt
He
him.
was
to
pointing
see.
down, he was pointing
Yeah.
down at him and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, please, somebody, after he just annihilated him.
I mean, it was a good hit. I mean, it's not like it was a bad.
yeah,
It wasn't
so
a. It wasn't a
gruesome.
dirty hit.
Nah,
It's just
It
so
just-
the
gruesome.
Yeah.
right one. I got a person. Who's the fold people up on that defense?
Well,
man?
shit. What is his name? The other quarterback from Washington.
Or Alex Smith.
Yeah, his shit was. I don't know if it was worse.
It's
but
almost identical.
It was almost identical.
and it happened the same year. I mean, same day,
Yeah.
33 years apart.
Yeah, that right there.
For real.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
today.
surprised he even walking after
What
that.
if it's a ghost out there, bitch? That love to see
Bruh.
people get folded up like that.
It's crazy. It
Every year
happened
he
the
come
same-
back. Every year somebody he come back the same time every year to
That
fold
shit
somebody
crazy.
up.
It's November or something. I think it's the 18th. I
Like
think it
he
is.
jump in the spirit of the defensive player. He just jump in their body and like,
Cause it's got to be something, dog. Cause how the fuck that shit happened back to back? Like
Oh, shout out to all the defensive guys that folded people up. Shout out to all the blindside hits. I missed the ones when you ain't looking and you come out of nowhere and you just can strike somebody.
yeah.
But I got hit like that. I remember the first time I was in middle school, 6th grade.
Crack
first
back,
time,
crack back.
My first official. Welcome to middle school, motherfucker. Yeah, it was that first official crackback. It was an 8th grader, man. I was sitting there. We was practice. It was practice. It wasn't even in the game. He was on the team with me. It was practice. I'm running the route. And I go up there, it's like one of them bullshit is like you like run through. You're not even running, it ain't even real.
Yeah, yeah.
You
You
just
trying
run-
to walk through, yeah.
Yeah, try to walk throughs really. And this motherfucker came out of nowhere and bow. I said, boy,
Who you got?
I'm breathing, and that day I said, yo, my head been on a swivel ever since. I swear to God, keep your head on a swivel. It never meant so more to me to that day.
I think every basketball player remember the last time they played football. Because it's always
that.
It's always
that.
It's always a hit.
that.
It's always a hit that's in your ass.
Usually Oklahoma send everybody back to basketball.
Yeah, that's what I hear.
Oklahoma would send you back to basketball. I think every football coach, I see spring balls ready to open up. If you want these kids to know if they dedicated, open up
Oklahoma
hit them
drill.
up with an Oklahoma drill.
Oh man,
first,
that's
off
see,
the bat.
you can't play. You can't do Oklahoma no more.
You can't do Oklahoma no more.
You'll get sued.
How are they working out? How are they doing this?
You'll get sued.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll admit, I
Can't
didn't like
do Oklahoma no more. Oklahoma is. Well, I see what they do with the parents. That's Oklahoma.
Yeah, they do let the parents hit them, but still.
That's the only time you see Oklahoma.
Oh, when it's cute and fun. Fuck
Yeah,
that.
it ain't. But that shit ain't safe.
But keep the cameras off. It ain't safe. Football ain't safe. Period.
No, it's not.
So if you gonna play, yeah, you ain't in for safety.
No, but you know what's worse than Oklahoma? Like Oklahoma, you at least got the two linemen and the I formation type thing. What's worse is when you got the two people laying on their back.
Yeah.
That's the
whistle
one.
blows and you
Yeah.
gotta get up,
Yeah.
turn around, and go.
That's
That shit.
That's the one.
Yeah.
That's
the
the one
worst.
right there. That's the one that you want to know if he ready to hit.
Yeah, if you built like
If
that.
you built like that.
That's what you need to call that drill. The built like
Yeah,
that drill.
but I remember a lot of people getting in the back of the line. You all work your way up to the front, and you see who you better match up with. You start adding up like. Oh,
Yeah, I'm like, nigga, I'm a lineman for a reason. I'm not here.
Yeah.
I'm not built for this.
Oh my lord, that Oklahoma drills, boy! I swear to God.
Hey, so real quick before we get out of here, because we will try to end on time today. I got a lot of shit to do with these birthdays, man. I'm going to a baseball game later too, so I can let y'all know how that was. We can talk about that on Monday.
Okay, you going to a professional?
No, she went to the semi-pro. She wanted to go to the squirrels. She wanted to see the fireworks at the end of it.
Oh, they doing fireworks because
Yeah.
it's the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
They do the fireworks at the beginning of the season.
Yeah,
Shout out
I
the
want to
squirrels.
tell her shit. We just park across the street and watch that
Right,
shit.
yeah.
Shout out to
I might take me a nap at the game. Keep it real with you. I ain't gonna lie. I'm tired of shit.
I want to tell a story that I'm probably gonna do it one day. I ain't gonna get into it because they looked out. The squirrels last year, I went to the squirrels and I got in a situation with one of the people that worked there, and it had turned out in my favor. But I said I won't go talk about it because the owner, not owner, the GM at the time did such a good job of giving me and my nephews what we deserve out of the situation. I really didn't want to spit no bad name on it because he was just such a gracious person for what he did. But I'm going back this year, all right? And I'm going back this year, and I got some good tickets. I get good tickets every year. Shout out to my job. I get some good tickets every year. So I'm going to show up, and I hope Brett is really fired. Because, they're fired. They say they're 5 people for you, and they really don't fire. But I ain't really want Brett to get fired, but I did.
Somebody don't want to tell the story. You pretty much told.
Yeah.
I know. I'm gonna go into real good detail one day about it. I said I'm gonna leave it alone because I want to go back.
Well, maybe we can talk about it Monday on Triple C.
Nah, yeah, because I got some jokes behind that.
Yeah,
I ain't trying to release you, but shout out to the Squirrels, man. Richmond Squirrels, man. That's our own Auburn model. That's the only pro team we really fucking got, and we die for them out here. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't die for them.
Not really die, but you know what I'm saying. If you get up, once you get into that arena, you really can talk shit to the other fans. Like you have fun. It really opens your eyes to baseball. I really like it out there.
Yeah, so they the farm team for the San Francisco Giants.
Yeah.
So, real quick before we get out of here, first off, coming up next, we got Tahuti sessions from around the world starting at 1 o'clock. Make sure y'all stick around for that. Check them out. Awesome tunes, man. He play everything. It's kind of like, what's the lady named Rachel from Caribbean Rhythms? It puts you in that frame of mind. And I'm a big, I like Afrobeat somewhat, but I'm more into soca than if I had to, you know what I'm saying? Like,
What's soca?
It's kind of like.
You need to come do a show and bring some of your soca. That'll be a great little addition.
Okay, yeah, because like I said, I like to listen to soca music, and it's kind of it's kind of like upbeat dance hall kind of, not quite Elephant Man. I could see, because like I said, I had a chick put me on to it years ago, and like
I probably already know what it is.
Yeah, I can't think of the one artist that is
they call it
considered the
soca.
premier soca artist, but yeah, it's like upbeat, kind of like Pond the River, like. I seen no dance before.
Yeah.
That's like the American version of soca music.
Okay.
But it's it's a very thin line for if you really entrenched in the culture, then you can differentiate. But for me, it's all like, hey, I just like the song. But so I was gonna ask, who do you think is going to emerge from out the Eastern Conference, the Western Conference, and like I said, with the playoffs coming up? Because I really want to know how the Warriors done, but I don't know if we got enough time to touch on that in depth. So just who you got real quick as far as who can win the East, who can win the West, and who can win the whole
I'm
thing.
gonna let you know if the Warriors is done. It's not their stay done because they got to play my Lakers. They done. Y'all close it up. Y'all beat us the other day here, but AD's working his way on back. We gonna get it, and that's what I'm saying. It's all key about in the West. If AD, you gonna work your way ass back, we need you now because the Lakers. I got the Lakers. If we can get past a good pinnacle team like Minnesota or OKC, if we get matched up against one of those two teams, I got my Lakers. I'm sorry. I know it's hard to say.
So y'all gonna play in the Eastern Conference Finals? I mean, in the NBA Finals.
And we gonna play the Boston Celtics. I got nobody in the East really getting past Boston. Boston's ready to sweep through everybody.
So how bad do Boston beat y'all?
Boston, best thing about it is they ain't gonna beat us. That's what I'm saying. I don't got them beating us. They gonna sweep through the East, but we in the East, man. We the West, and everybody in the West. The West is gonna win a championship this year again, and it's gonna be anybody who makes it out the West winning it.
AKA Denver.
You know, man, that's really me being a Laker buy because I'm always gonna buy who you got, and then who I got is my goddamn squad, but. To be honest, I gotta be honest because this is who y'all come for. Y'all come for the good sports shit. So, I got Denver too, man. Denver look like, man, with Porter playing like Porter playing. As long as Murray gonna stay healthy, I got Denver the whole way too. But as long as my Lakers is still breathing, I'm gonna be a Laker advocate for this shit and we gonna fuck up anybody in front of us. Who you got?
As much as I hate Doc and Milwaukee.
I hate Doc, but you gotta say Doc. Don't tell me the Doc episode you gonna go over Doc and them.
No, I want to, but I know that Dame suspect for real. Like Dame will put up points and have play hero ball, but I don't think Dame is a team oriented guy for real to a point where he could win one. So for me,
I got them going against Celtics. I got the Bucks going.
If Joel Embiid won't hurt earlier in the year, I would just go with Philly just because I don't like. It's no team in the East I like.
They was my pick. I'm glad they put no money on.
I don't like no team in the East. I like the addition of Drew Holiday, but I don't believe in Boston. I don't believe in Mazzulla as a coach. I don't believe that Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown have figured it out. I think that. And everybody been saying, a lot of people have been saying it for years. I think the best that you can do in that situation is one of them can go for more pieces. They don't fit together at all to me. Like I feel like they forcing it.
That's how weak the East is, man. They don't have to. They gonna sweep through them people out forcing too much shit. You got Jalen Brunson and them playing hard against teams like the Bucks or like Boston, but they don't have. Nobody has enough. They really have a whole squad of people that knows their position and knows how to fight, and they've been there before. And that's what's going to take it. That's going to take Drew Holiday because Drew Holiday so happened to be there before.
But Porzingis weak, man.
Porzingis, but to find out who Porzingis is. He better find out. He better find out who he really is.
I think they already. I think we all know. We just don't want to accept it. He's talented.
This is the year. This is the year. If he doesn't stay healthy enough to help them get over the hump, because they got him to get over the hump, and there's no need to have him. He's gonna be injured. So this is like you said, Dame. This is the Dame to see if Dame really can play within a team organization and show out. And this is the year to see if motherfucking Porzingis is ever gonna get another job again.
Okay, well I say if you forcing my hand to pick somebody from the East, I guess I'll say Boston, and I'll say Denver, Boston, and I'll say Denver at 5.
Yeah, if Denver got to play against Boston, I'm going with Denver too.
Denver at 5.
I'm going with Denver too.
Gary says Boston versus Denver, Denver in 6.
I thought Gary would say Spurs versus Denver.
I don't believe in Boston either. I think they go choke. I don't believe in Boston.
I don't like Mazzulla.
I won't do a choke against the Lakers though. That's the best choke they can do for me. Pause.
And I will say this though, if Denver because I think Golden State is the only team that got a chance to beat Denver wherever they play them at. If Golden State can get there,
that's the way they play.
If Golden State knocks out Denver by any happenstance, the Lakers will be my favorite in the Western Conference. So I give you that.
But we won't be there if they there.
What? No, because I think
if Golden State is there, we ain't there.
No, because I think Golden State is going to wind up playing San Francisco. I mean, they're playing against Sacramento and one playing, and y'all going to play the Suns.
We get the 7th spot. That's what you're saying?
7th or 8th.
And then the Golden State would be 8th against over Phoenix.
Yeah, I think Phoenix could be the 7th seed. I think Phoenix could be the. I think Phoenix could stay in the 6th.
We all can't go. Oh, Phoenix gonna go up to 6. I mean,
the Pelicans 6 right now.
The Pelicans 6.
I don't think they've clinched it. Don't quote me. If the Pelicans didn't clinch it, I think the Pelicans will go to 7th seed. I think y'all gonna play the Pelicans and beat them. And Golden State is going to play Sacramento and beat them. And I think y'all will be the 7th seed. And
Golden State. I mean, Pelicans gonna clinch that because we gotta play them that last game.
like, so
And the Suns gotta play.
because if the Nuggets win and every other team lose, it's still gonna be the Nuggets who win the Western Conference. So
I don't want to play them first though. So I need them to stay right there at 3.
I think Golden State is the only team that can either beat them or make it competitive enough where it wear them down.
Golden State getting up there though. Look what they had. They had
Yeah,
to go
but-
back to first for Golden
But
State to play them.
they'll win this and then win that, because see, if y'all win that right there, if y'all win the 7th seed,
The Suns gotta play
the Warriors, and I think they'll knock them
And the
out.
Warriors will beat the Suns and they'll be 8th.
I think so.
But that's what I'm saying. The Nuggets gotta go back up to number 1.
But all I gotta do is they 3-way tie. If they win and them 2 lose, and they play. The other part is the Suns play
the Suns play them.
the Wolves.
Wolves, yep.
Oh man, so yeah, this shit's so intricate,
It's so
man.
intricate, boy. And
I
it's
can't
gonna
wait.
be a good time to see because somebody gonna be hurt. And it's fortunate we ain't gonna see. It's some guys that we want to see in the playoffs this year. They're not gonna be in the playoffs.
Yeah.
And so there's some veterans that's supposed to be there every year. And it's somehow, some way that you look at the top 4 teams, besides Clippers, they are all young squads.
I think the Clippers will lose in the first round.
Definitely
I
Clippers.
think the Mavs might come out the
The
West.
Mavs is gonna beat the Clippers.
But we got to slide. We'll be in here talking at 4 o'clock, and
That's
my
it.
daughter be pissed off because she didn't get to get her cupcakes and the whole,
A healthy Bucks dinner.
Hey, happy birthday to your daughter, man.
Yeah. Again, happy birthday to my princess Dion, man. It's so I'm so happy to be a father and a father of a girl like her, man. She is such a little comedian, such a little actress, such a little man. I swear to God, if I got one on my hands, I don't know how I'm gonna do it. It's like
Must be an Aries thing because
It's
Talia the same way.
Man, she's her own little lady, man. Right now, she in an era where she's knowing who she is, she's becoming, and she's becoming a goddamn. That's who we got. Yeah, shout out to baby girl, though. I love you, baby girl.
Happy birthday to both our daughters, man. We appreciate y'all as always tuning in, checking us out. Make sure you check in with us Monday, 8 to 10 on Triple C, comedy, content, and current events. We'll be, a matter of fact, if everything goes planned, we'll be simulcasting with Born Hustling Radio, so we might be on a little bit early this coming Monday. We'll have all that worked out in the next 24 hours or so and let y'all know. But as always, man, I appreciate y'all for checking in with us, man. I'm your host, Ice James Morton.
And I'm your host, Trey City.
And thank y'all for another episode of
Who You Got?
We'll see y'all next week. Peace. Peace. Yeah, good shit, man. What up, JT?
What
Yeah,
up,
we got
peoples?